Annie Fry, Ryan Wiggins, Brad Range.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
For goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Fry Show on 97.1 FM Talk.
Oh, happy Friday, December 19th. Christmas is almost here. I hope you are ready for it. I have a gift here that was given to me earlier this week for me and for the show.
Oh, you're kidding. So it's for all of us.
I'm going to think about it, though.
It depends on what it is.
Because I already know what's in it, because I looked, because it was for me, too. So, yeah. We're going to wait and see if you're a good boy.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll be a good boy.
I don't love that.
No, it's going to be part of show content.
Will I like it?
I'm not so sure.
Then I don't care.
I'm going
to be a bad boy.
I'm not concerned about if you like it. It'll be the experience of if you like it, because it's the same for me, because I don't know if I'm going to like it.
Ah, is it some sort of fragrance?
So they got the shooter, or so they say, the brown shooter. There's this video that's going around that is a guy who made a parody of standing in front of a pool of reporters, and he's taking questions, and the first thing he says is, okay, we're going to need you to stop calling this the brown shooter, and he implies it's for, like, racial purposes.
Oh, okay.
I had to watch the whole thing and go to the comments just to be sure that it was parody. It was parody.
It is parody. Okay.
It is parody, but even when I saw enough confirmation that it was parody, I was like, but is it? We're here on the timeline of wokeness, and where, you know, I'll be honest, when I say brown shooter, it doesn't feel good. It makes me uncomfortable.
Okay.
There was a shooting at Brown, and there was a shooter at Brown, and I watched this last night kind of unfold live. It's not very often that there are live news stories that are unfolding over the course of hours. How long did we dedicate it? Well, it feels like it was an entire day that turned into months and months to OJ.
Oh, gosh. That could have been...
The actual chase, like from the time that was everybody is glued to the television to see what was going on. Was it
thought
hours?
that was... Oh, from the time he got in the Bronco.
I'm talking about when it becomes a live breaking news story. I mean, obviously there's a murder, and then all of a sudden there's a white Bronco. And it took until a couple years ago for those Broncos to be popular again.
I didn't know that.
I want one. Well, Ford didn't make them.
I didn't know that either. Interesting.
Have you not noticed Ford Broncos everywhere?
No, I haven't. I don't pay that close of attention
There's
to
like
cars.
3 of them in the parking lot.
Okay.
One of them was Dave Glover's.
Still didn't know that.
All right, Ryan, what have you noticed? What are you paying attention to these days? We could just talk about that.
I have a 2009 Taurus.
It's a nice car.
It's not new.
No.
So
is it run?
That's when I start paying attention, is whenever my oldest car was made. So I think I've missed about the last 15 years.
The coverage as it was unfolding yesterday, they had the Providence, Rhode Island press conference. Now, I've said this before in there, I'm not a true crime person. I'm not entertained by this stuff. I'm really actually very kind of emotionally saddened by a lot of this stuff, the humanity of it. I feel the weight of that on my shoulders when I'm watching something like this. I'm thinking about the parents of the 2 individuals at Brown who were killed, about them watching this, if they're watching it or what they're paying attention to. Maybe they don't even care about that at that point. And then yesterday, right at the end of the show, there was an alert that said there might be a connection to that professor who was shot at his home, in his hallway of his apartment building or whatever. An MIT professor murdered. And there were thoughts that maybe these could be connected. That question was asked at a press conference earlier in the week, or I guess today would have been day 7. And there was like, no, everything's fine. Everybody's safe. We don't think that there's any connection. Well, it turns out it was very connected because the guy took care of both these people. He's in his late 40s, I think. Was a former student from Brown. He was here originally in the early 2000s on a student visa. He's a Portuguese national. And so a lot of questions are going to arise as to why this individual was still here. It sounds like he left Brown, and when he left Brown, his student visa would have not been in play anymore, but that nothing really changed on that. So how is this going to materialize? A ton of different type of conspiracies have been thrown out there as to why this happened. Was it targeted? Was this guy just disgruntled? A lot of those questions do not have answers right now, but they are good questions to ask. It's a strange. It was a strange dichotomy last night, if you watched any of this, to see the press conference take place in Providence, and then they went over to Massachusetts. And her name is Leah. What was her name? Leah Foley is prosecuting attorney in Massachusetts, and I love her. I ended up reading about her last night. I found some like Vanity Fair article or something that was a Q&A. I've talked about this before, and I never really talk about it outside of the context of when it's happening. Or could talk about it when it's happening, and then it feels insensitive to do it. But it drives me crazy when the whole country, all the public, are waiting for a press conference to land because we want to know information about, usually, are we safe where we are right now? If this press conference is about a tragedy that's happened in your neighborhood, in your community, everybody else is trying to find out, like, what's the breadth of how big is this event? Is it very targeted? Are they just trying to make a statement? So everybody's waiting for this press conference because you want answers to these questions. It drives me crazy when usually it's an elected official goes up to the podium, takes the microphone, and spends the first 3 to 5 minutes talking about their office, their people, all the people who are involved in getting us to this point. It's like, tell us the facts of the matter first. I am not opposed to lauding and sharing gratitude for the men and women who put their lives on the line to try to solve these cases, to try to stop if you've got a suspect on the loose. I know, and I have full respect for the people who risk their lives to ensure our safety and to stop threats in their tracks. But there's always a mayor or a governor or an elected official who steps up to the podium and just starts patting. It comes off as if he's or she is patting themselves on the back. You don't see the rank and file, who are the ones who are trying to navigate the storage unit to go see because the suspect is in there and it might be booby-trapped, but they've got to do what they've got to do to neutralize the threat. Those people aren't up there. It's the elected official who is commending all these people. It's just a priority out of order. Tell the American people what they came to the press conference to hear, and then keep everybody there until you've thanked everybody that you need to thank. And the Rhode Island, the Providence, the Brown University press conference was a swarm of people coming to the podium to answer different questions. There's a lot of different groups and entities, I understand that are involved in solving a case like this or getting them to the point where they are. It's just so disorganized, and the point does not feel like the purpose of it is to get information to people. It's kind of it's like a dog and pony show a little bit. Then it was like 10 minutes after the Rhode Island one was concluded, at least Fox, which is what I was watching last night live, they go to Massachusetts, and Leah Foley is up there, and I loved it. She comes out and she gives this concise. Is it cut to here? Oh no, that's the snap one.
No, she is.
I sent it to you here. Let's see. I'll find it and I'll play it for you. She comes to the microphone and they go to her and she just gives like, here's what happened. Timeline of events. Fact, over and over. And then at the end, she gets to the point where she's kind of like, it takes a lot of coordination and a lot of brave men and women to get to this. Okay, well done. It was not sensational. It was fact-based. And then as she answered questions, you could tell she was moving through these questions and processing, what am I saying publicly right now? And what am I not saying publicly right now? Maybe there are things that they don't want to be made public quite yet. Maybe there are things that they know, but they have to be able to prove. Maybe there are things that are going to have to materialize in a series of evidence-based, a fact pattern to get to the point where they can conclude with some sort of proven fact. And they don't want to give away the whole game if they're going to have to go to court. I don't know if they're going to have to because this guy shot himself last night.
I wonder if that's something that bothers us more because we're in the news and we're trying to honor your time. We know that, hey, we're on 3 hours a day, but you might be only listening for 15 minutes. We want to deliver to you the news as we get it. And but what bothers me is not when it's the small town police officer who's thrust into the national spotlight because something happened in their town. They don't really know how to handle these things. It's when it becomes a big news story and you have big politicians or people who are social climbers getting involved because they know it's national news, and then they're up there lauding themselves and their departments, and they're trying to lift other people up before delivering that news to you. That does drive me crazy.
Yeah, probably a little extra sensitive to it. But I just feel like this should be press conference 101. Get to the facts of the matter.
Sure.
Tell these people, we live in a society where people prioritize themselves always. So like if this is the season for cocktail parties and 5-minute long conversations. Have you ever gone to one of those conversation or parties and had a cocktail like setting where you go from one person to the next, you ask people about something about their life, and nobody ever asks you about yours?
Mm-hmm.
It's very noticeable when people invest in you first. So that's a societal thing, not just a press conference thing. But you would think that people in professional communications would understand a little bit more of what I'm talking about here. Here's Leah Foley. Listen to this.
And shooting at students, killing Ella Cook and Mohammed Aziz Umarzokov, and injuring 9 others. Between December 13th and December 14th, Nies Valente returned to Massachusetts. On December 15th, he murdered MIT professor Nuno Luriero at Luriero's home in Brookline, Massachusetts. At some point while he was in Massachusetts, he switched the plates on the Nissan Sentra to an unregistered plate out of Maine. Immediately following Professor Luriero's murder, Nies Valente drove to a storage facility in Salem, New Hampshire, where he had rented a storage unit in November of this year. Since the December 13th shootings at Brown and the December 15th shooting in Brookline, state, local, and federal law enforcement officials have been working hand in hand around the clock to identify the shooter and prevent him from inflicting further harm. I have said this before and will continue to believe when law enforcement agencies work together, crimes are solved and the public is protected. The information we provided to you tonight would not be possible without the dedicated men and women of law enforcement in multiple districts throughout New England, including the FBI, ATF, HSI, the U.S. Marshal Service, Massachusetts State Police, Rhode Island State Police, Providence Police, Brookline Police, and the Brown University Police.
What a masterclass. It's not sensational. It's fact forward, and I don't know. Other people probably don't like this. I really appreciate that when she was going through and answering questions, it just looked like she was going to find the correct information to provide the fullest answer that she could and moving on. And it also kind of looked like she wanted to get out of there. Well, I don't know why. I like her a lot.
Look, we live in an entertainment culture, so most people think that if there's a camera on or a microphone on, you have to be entertaining. And we do this. I mean, we're entertainers in part, but we don't expect a police officer to be an entertainer.
No, and when they are, it's like...
It's weird. Yeah, you don't have to do this.
No, you don't have to do that. A U.S. attorney appointed by Trump in Massachusetts, like I said, I read about her. I think we will know more about Leah Foley down the line. She has this interview, this question and answer interview. I think it was in Vanity Fair. I'll have to find out and correct myself if I was wrong on that. But she She never says she's Republican. She says, I'm not a politician. I'm a prosecutor. My job is to prosecute crime, and I will work with anybody who will help me prosecute crime. And she's just incredibly principled and seems very good at what she does. She kind of reminds me of maybe a pre-politician Trey Gowdy. And I like Trey Gowdy. I know a lot of people have thoughts on him that they think he didn't do politically what they wanted him to do, but he would say, it's because I'm not a politician. I'm a bad politician. All right, let's take a quick break. YouTube live chat poll for today. Who is harder to buy gifts for, men or women? Ethan has some strong thoughts on this, so we'll talk about it with him here in a little bit. Go vote. Tell us what you think. You can text us as well at 314-241-9797. We're going to get to a year in review here pretty soon, talk about some of the biggest stories of 2025, and also maybe some prediction as to what we think will happen in 2026. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Hey, Jeff, looks like your business is really booming, even in a tough time for businesses like ours.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, thanks to LendSeek, our business was able to take care of some outstanding bills and taxes and to purchase inventory and expand our product lines.
Wow. You know, my business needs working capital, but only from a reputable company that I can trust and count on. How does LendSeek work?
Fast and easy. Just apply at lendseek.com. Their AI lending platform gave my business access to over 100 funding programs with one simple application. And it costs nothing to apply.
At lendseek.com, you can receive business funding with no collateral, no prepayment penalties, and no restrictions on how you use the funds. Whatever your funding needs are, seek no more. Our AI lending marketplace has you covered. If you've been in business at least 1 year with annual revenue of at least $250,000, you could get the funding your business needs in as little as 24 hours. There's no obligation, so apply today at lendseek.com. That's LENDSEEK.com.
This station is now conducting a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
It's time for you to get to know my friends at Lit Cigar Lounge in Chesterfield, where luxury meets comfort. Mark Cox here. They have a great selection of rare bourbons, whiskeys, craft cocktails, anything you like to drink, cold beer, premium hand-rolled cigars from the finest makers in the world, even private lockers that are available if you choose to. Perfect for date nights or business meetings, and live music every Friday night. Family owned and operated. Check them out in Chesterfield at the District. It's litstl.com.
Eggland's Best. The only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition. Available in so many delicious varieties. Classic, cage-free, organic, free-range, and pasture-raised. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Family focused, faith filled, always on point. It's the Annie Fry Show.
Today, I'm pleased to announce that I will be signing an executive order to reschedule marijuana from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3 controlled substance with legitimate medical uses. We have people begging for me to do this, people that are in great pain. For decades, this action has been requested by American patients suffering from extreme pain, incurable diseases, aggressive cancers, seizure disorders, neurological problems, and more, including numerous veterans with service-related injuries and older Americans who live with chronic medical problems that severely degrade their quality of life.
So this is an announcement that President Trump made yesterday regarding the reclassification of marijuana. This was happening maybe towards the end of the show in the 2:00 hour yesterday. And, you know, we are not like, if you're coming to this show for the latest in pot news, thank you for your trust. And I'm sorry. I'm not really like up on the marijuana news. This seems like something that came out of the blue. It seems to me like something that maybe isn't like, why are we doing this right now, right before Christmas? What's the impetus for making this a main headline story? So at the signing in the Oval Office, when he reclassified it, he was asked some questions about it.
Some GOP lawmakers have written to you in recent days saying they're concerned this executive order could normalize drug use for youth. How would you respond to them?
You're talking about this particular today? Well, I think I'd let one of the doctors respond to it because they can do it a lot better than me. But I can only tell you that when you see polls of 82% of the people want this, when I have friends that are really, really sick and they've gone through, I guess you could say, unfortunately, I don't want to become too involved in it because I don't want it happening. But these are people that really know what's going on. Very smart people. This is one of the most successful people in the country and a very brilliant guy. And when they go through this horrible ordeal of cancer or other things, and they realize that this is something that makes them feel better without all of the side effects of some of the drugs where you're just totally knocked out and out of it. But I'd like to have one of the doctors maybe respond because you people do it better than anybody.
I'm happy to respond.
Yes.
I mean, and my answer is we have had cannabis scheduled for how long? And it hasn't protected neither the adolescents nor the adults. We have 20 million people in the United States with a cannabis use disorder. This is not legalizing it. It's making easier to do research so that we can use it when it is indicated and optimally.
So it's also a big part of this is research. In other words, you'll now have a much larger sample and you'll be able to see if it's as good as many people say it is. I mean, people say it is beyond good, and you'll be able to find that out now.
Yeah, those people are probably high. I'm just kidding. This stuff is great, man. This is so good.
Do you what
gotta
Trump
try
just
this.
did?
Trump's never had a drink of alcohol.
No.
So it's not like, you know, well, I won't take the cheap shots here, but Donald Trump is not a user. He's actually condemned any sort of drug and alcohol use for himself or for his children. He repeats this when he's like kind of talking in like a profile sense of himself as a man, as a human, of which some people don't believe he is. He's always saying, you know, I'd say to my kids, still say to my kids, say to my grandkids, no drinking, no drugs, over and over and over again. He's very clearly in this, in the Oval Office here, very clearly stating that this is a medical use, which I respect. If somebody is given relief from pain from cancer treatments or whatever, and marijuana does it, I pay no mind to what those people do. It's not my business, and I would not be like, shame on you, you should suffer. That's not happening. I do question how many people who use marijuana are like, I need it for medical purposes, when it's like the first thing you try, as opposed to going for a walk and being outside in the sun or that type of thing. I'm not their medical providers either, so who am I to suggest one thing or the other? I've said this over and over and over again. I've never partooken?
Yeah, poor tooken.
Mm-hmm. Poor tooken I'm actually high right now. Sorry, Dad.
First time.
No, yes, right here, right now. I was like, Trump said it was okay. Let's
EO's on. Let's go.
Yeah. I've never partooken in any kind of marijuana form. I've been curious since they legalized it in Illinois. I've told this story before, but my husband looks at me with great disdain when I even suggest that I feel like there could be a benefit for it. So I've never done it, and I don't have any intention to do it, but I don't know what the rest of my life holds. And I'm going to tell you what, if my husband were suffering from something like that and some sort of cannabis would provide him comfort and ease, I'd be like, do it, give it to him, and give it to him right now. So is this the gateway to the gateway drug? I don't know. It's a big story, and I'm going to highlight some stories here throughout the course of the show from 2025 that I think are going to be impactful stories. This just happened. It happens the week before Christmas, but I would assume that in the medical world, this is a big deal.
I have only partaken in medical cocaine, and that is for my condition known as day trading.
What a loser. That version of you. That's not who you are.
Day trader Ryan.
You draw the line at pot.
Wall Street apes, man. That's what we are. It's what we do.
Apes together strong.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Now, if I'm in the minority of this audience that is listening right now, then carry on. In the event that I'm not, what?
Don't worry about it. If you've never ridden that train, you just get on. You go where it goes.
I have not ridden that train.
Okay.
Is this like the Dan Flash's shirt? Do I not get it?
No. I'm not really sure.
No, this is like...
It's just Wall Street lingo.
This week, I got another comment on that stupid Dan Flash's shirt video.
I love this.
And it's like, why could she not just get out of the way? And I'm like, I didn't know it was a joke. And people listening right now are like, I don't know what you're talking about. There's a shirt that Ryan wore, and I can only describe it as a bowling alley shirt that you would wear that had a 1990 screensaver on it. And stars or something, or moons.
It had all those like moving pipes from Windows 95.
And you wore it, but I didn't know that it was a shirt from some sort of inside joke from where?
I Think You Should Leave, the sketch comedy show with Tim Robinson.
I don't even know any of those words.
Mm-hmm. In which there is a sketch where he wears that shirt.
There's a whole bit. And Ryan did the whole bit on the show. But Ryan's so goofy most of the time that I didn't know that he wasn't just being Ryan.
And I didn't tell her on purpose.
Yeah. And so I'm like, what are you talking about? And then, of course, we made it a YouTube short. And the people who got the joke literally think I'm the dumbest person on the face of the planet.
Well, there's one step in there that you missed. It was after the show I went to Brad and said, Brad, make that into a video and watch what happens.
Oh, you get the credit for it, huh?
I think so.
Yep, you get all the credit. And all the blame.
Brad, make Wall Street Apes into a video today, and we'll see what happens.
Is it a thing?
Yeah,
it's not to that extent.
Yeah, it's like it's Bitcoin Bros kind of.
Bitcoin Bros. You remember the GameStop thing where a bunch of individuals bought GameStop stock to screw over.
I feel like all of the people we're talking about right now are going to be super pumped about yesterday's executive order.
Yeah.
Just take a break. I'll go find another story, one that we maybe know more about. Recreational drugs, not really the thing. But in addition to the understanding that marijuana was reclassified yesterday from the Trump administration, surrounded by doctors and or people wearing white coats. I'm assuming they're all doctors. They might have had some extra coats. Is that Marco Rubio? What's he doing back there? Reclassified, and if you heard the medical professional there who spoke with some beautiful kind of accent, I don't know what that was.
I don't know if you've heard, but Marco Rubio is now the Health and Human Services Director too. He took on that title as well.
Why?
I'm just joking because he is like 15 hats.
Health and Human Services is Kennedy.
RFK, yes, I'm just kidding.
That's not... Oh, God. This is going to be a long show. I hope you'll stick with me and us as we march towards the weekend before Christmas. Who is it harder to buy for, men or women? Go to the Annie Fry YouTube chat and vote in our live chat poll. We'll be right back. right, so Diamond Shop is open right now. You can hustle over there on your lunch break, and I bet you're going to find something you love. You know, I think about going to the Diamond Shop and diamonds and everything. You think that's going to be a big investment. But if you're looking for something that's not, like the huge rock that you're going to wear on your finger or maybe give to someone to wear on their finger, there's a lot of other things that you can purchase that are well within a responsible, respectable budget for a Christmas gift, one that is going to stun. This is the type of gift that you give last at Christmas because, of course, it's the best. Tonight, December 19th, they're open till 7:30 p.m. in Clayton. Hustle on over there and see some of the beautiful things they have in store that you can take home there, right there with you. Tomorrow, they're open from 10 to 5. They're even open Sunday, 11 to 3. And then next week, on Monday and Tuesday, they're open until 7:30 at night. They're even open on Christmas Eve. So hustle on over to the Diamond Shop. And remember, if you donate 5 canned goods or $10 when you go in to help support their food drive, you are going to receive an extra holiday discount on your purchase. You can find them online at thediamondshop.net.
This is Justin Brown with Krenz Financial Group. For over 6 decades, we've helped St. Louis families and businesses plan with purpose and live with confidence. Is your financial advisor proactive or reactive? If your strategy or service feels stagnant or misaligned, it may be time for a change. Our defined, proactive approach to investments and communication keeps you informed and prepared for what's ahead. Let's talk about what makes us different and how a more engaged advisor can help you reach your goals. Your goals, our mission. Start today at kfgadvisors.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Servicing. Member FINRA/SIPC. Prince Financial Group is not a broker-dealer.
You've been listening to the very popular Wellness One for many years, Saturdays and Sundays on 97.1 FM Talk. We're happy to share that we've expanded the show to 4 times a week. Yes, 4 times every weekend. Saturday at 10 a.m., Saturday at 8 p.m., Sunday at 9 a.m., and Sunday at 2 p.m. It's the same great show designed to cut through the nonsense and provide you a common sense, science-based strategy for a healthy life. So join TJ and Aaron for Wellness One. Now 4 times a week on 97.1 FM Talk.
No one remembers the tie, the sweater, or the pair of socks they received last year for the holidays, but they will remember the year they learned how to play the piano. Hi, this is Kathy from Lacefield Music. And every year in January, Lacefield Music opens their exciting and innovative 8-week adult piano classes to the public for the incredible price of only $29.99 for all 8 weeks. This class is usually $100, but in January, the classes will be $29.99 for all 8 weeks. With Lacefield Music's adult piano classes, you will learn how to read music, play your favorite songs, and you will play with both your right and your left hand the very first week. This year, instead of buying your loved one more things, buy them an experience and fulfill the dream of learning to play the piano. Class sizes are limited and are filling fast, so call 636-778-2070 for more information or go to lacefieldmusic.com. That's lacefieldmusic.com to sign up.
Hey, Merry Christmas here on the 19th, here on the Annie Fry Show at 12:37. Our question for you today on the YouTube live chat poll is, who is harder to buy for? Is it men or is it women? Let us know. We'll be discussing throughout the show. It is 12:37 again, and this time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
From Festus to Freeburg, 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
So if you're thinking about 2025, what are the biggest stories that stick out to you?
2025, I mean,
think
the
big,
inauguration.
beautiful. Well, yes, certainly. Trump.
Yeah.
I think the big, beautiful bill is probably the culminating factor of the administration for the year, certainly domestically. But when you think about all the different stories that we've covered, there have been quite a few.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there have. I would say Trump's use of tariffs has been a big news story. It's kind of ongoing. Is that in there? Do we have a list? Is that where we're going here? Or do we have a list of like the biggest stories?
I'm just asking.
Oh, just asking
a
generally.
question.
I would say tariffs, and I would say in the last few months, I would say international stories. You know, bombing Iran was a big story this year.
Midnight Hammer.
Ukraine and Russia continues to be kind of a thorn in the side. I don't know if there's like any major news story there. But I think a lot about the international stories more than I do the domestic. Yeah.
Charlie Kirk is on there for sure.
Oh my gosh, yes, of course.
The shutdown. Oh man, what else?
Here's a clip from April 21st. And the reason why I put this out there is because, do you remember that Donald Trump was inaugurated and he was basically walking away from Carrie Underwood there inside the Capitol? Remember how cold it was? It was so cold they moved it inside. I think that had more to do with safety reasons than anything else. But like in his first press conferences, they're like, "What are you going to do about the price of eggs?" And he's like, "I don't know, but I just got here. Maybe you should have been asking about the price of eggs during the election. Maybe that would have been helpful." This is April 21st.
Boy, prices are down. Groceries are down. Eggs, which you hit me so hard, I'll never forget the first week in office, they were screaming at me about eggs. I said, "What's going on with eggs?" They were doubling and tripling. I said, "I just got here." They were up like double, triple, and you couldn't get any. They said, "You won't have eggs for Easter." Well, you can have all the eggs you want. I'll tell you, Brooke Rollins, Secretary of Agriculture, did a great job. And the egg prices are down 87%. But nobody talks about that. You can have all the eggs you want. We have too many eggs. In fact, if anything, the prices are getting too low. So I just want to let you know, prices are down. Gasoline yesterday in 3 states hit $1.98 a gallon. And it looks like it's at a level that it hasn't seen since my days, my 4 years. So it's about I'd say maybe, I think we're going to be averaging $2.25 very soon. So I just want to let you know, though, because I keep hearing about prices and inflation. Prices are coming down, not going up. Only the fake news says they're going up. The only thing that's even are interest rates. And if we had a Fed chairman that understood what he was doing, interest rates would be coming down too. He should bring them down. Yeah, please.
So right now I'm looking, well, that's just Missouri. Let's see. What is the current national? I'm going to do that. National. It's saying that the current average price of gas in Missouri is $2.53. The current national average is $2.88. So certainly in less than a year amount of time, the president has made reasonably tangible positive changes towards those things that are consumables.
That's very exciting.
Eggs, gas. It's the reason why I want to highlight this as an important story of 2025, eggs, is because it was only a story for the leftist agenda-driven media right after President Trump got elected, when there was no way that anything he did had anything to do with the cost of eggs. That it became a story because Donald Trump was there. You might remember, I don't remember if it was like bird flu or something. There was they had to wipe out a bunch of the supply because of some sort of diseased birds or something like that, which also supply and demand. The supply got obliterated, so of course the price of eggs goes up. But it only became a story when Donald Trump got into office. And in April, he was already talking about the price of eggs going down. So to the point that a leftist might come on here and make and say to me, "Annie, you just made the point yourself. The price of eggs didn't come down because Donald Trump did anything. The price of eggs came down because the supply came back up." I think we might have even imported eggs from Europe. I'm sort of recalling that. If you're telling me that the price of eggs didn't come down because of Donald Trump, will you at least concede that the price of eggs wasn't way high because of Trump? So either the price of eggs is important or it isn't. And the biggest problem that we've had for over 10 years now that Donald Trump has been on the scene politically is that everything, the gravitational pull of one Donald Trump is the axis with which these leftists' world rotates on. It's not reality. It's a deranged form of reality. And I think that the egg story is one of the most obnoxious versions of how they, like a shiny squirrel object, they see something, they feel like they can pin it on Donald Trump. They have no shame. They have no restraint. They just run to their social media platforms. the few of them that still have agenda-driven leftist media outlets, a lot of them are now doing podcasting because their networks are failing. They run there and they're willing to throw out this story that the price of eggs is outrageous because Donald Trump, and there is an audience for that. If your goal is to get clicks and views and comments and likes and subscribes, which now would be a great time for you to come subscribe to the Annie Fry Show because we're very close to 13,000. Like 40,
great time.
Less than 40. That is really why I'm here on the radio. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. The only intent of saying something like that is because you know there are people who will consume it. And when in 2 weeks, in 4 weeks, in 6 weeks, the price of eggs comes down for some reason, and the president speaks on it, they have, like, again, zero shame. They will come out and say, Donald Trump didn't do that. The supply was restocked because we imported eggs from Europe and the bird flu disease thing was able to recover. So Donald Trump causes eggs to go super high on day one of his presidency, and then they come down for some reason, and he doesn't get any credit for that. All the blame, never the credit. None of it is real. It's a fabrication. It's an illusion that is being presented to people so that they get their daily dose of TDS. Who needs pot anyway? Probably those people.
And you today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, not anymore.
You're past that today.
Good.
Okay, good.
Kind of hungry.
I'll get you some animal crackers.
There's some Funyuns out there.
Go to town.
Man, I'm not high. This is a joke. I've never partooken, as I have said. All right, let's take a quick break. The B or not the B when we come back in Wiggins America. How do you grade with this one you've got set up for today? You didn't do did you take the one I sent you?
No.
Okay, good. After I said that, I was like, oh, I don't want him to do that one.
It was on the line.
I said a female anatomy part that I don't want to say out loud on the air. But it was a good one.
It is a funny one.
All right. Is it good? You got a good beat?
This is a great week because a lot of Christmas-themed stories.
Okay.
And they're funny. And the real ones are severe, too.
Oh, no. All right. The B or not the B on the Annie Fry Show. Next.
Spirit bright, I'll dry your eyes with candy skies and warm cherry delight. With highfalutin parties that last all through the night. Every wish will
Michael's Flooring Outlet. There are 3 locations in St. Louis. Just waiting for you to come visit, whichever one is closest to you, convenient for you. Maybe that Christmas gift this year with you and your spouse is going to manifest itself on your house as new flooring. I think that's a really smart move. Throw that one out there to the missus or the mister, if you think that you are wanting to go that route. Because every time you walk into your home and you have new flooring, it kind of takes your breath away for a second. You're like, oh, yeah, that's right. Yes. So then you leave and you walk back in again, and you leave and you walk back in again, just to have that experience over and over. Michael's Flooring Outlet has a wide array of different products for you to shop. So whether you're looking for hardwood looks, luxury vinyl plank, carpet, whatever it might be, Michael's is going to be able to service all of those different types of flooring for your house. Also, for your business, if that's what you are looking for. Shop one of their 3 locations in the St. Louis area and go with the people who've been in business for 3 decades, serving people exactly like you. IGotFloor.com.
Let's show our appreciation for local heroes. Mark Cox here. Nominate a first responder and their department could get lunch from Grill Master Tony's. I'll personally deliver it. Share their story at 971talk.com. Nominate them today.
If you're considering an annuity as part of your retirement plan, we need to talk. Hi, I'm Bob Stockdale, Senior Vice President Investments with the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel and host of On the Money Saturday mornings at 11 on 97.1 FM Talk. Annuities can be a useful tool for some retirement investors, but not all annuities are created equal. Every week, we meet clients who own complex annuities that don't suit their needs and, in some cases, actively undermine their retirement plan. Before you purchase an annuity, get a second opinion from the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel. Requesting a consultation is free of charge. To request a free consultation, contact us at clearpathinvesting.com. That's clearpathinvesting.com, or call us at 636-695-2650. That's clearpathinvesting.com or 636-695-2650. Stiefel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member NYSE and SIPC.
Real estate investing isn't just about numbers. It can change your life. At Lifestyles Unlimited, we teach you how to invest in real estate with purpose, real-world strategy, and a focus on income you can build over time. Many of our members start to see how the right investment can create income, stability, and even improve communities. Join today for just $297, a 60% savings off the regular price. Text radio to 88007. That's RADIO to 88007. Presented by Lifestyles Unlimited.
This is your chance to win a free basic handgun skills class from the Range St. Louis West. Mark Cox here, 14803 Manchester Road in Baldwin is where the range sits, and you got to go. This is ideal for beginners, expert instruction. They have it available in a women-only class if you're more comfortable. Normally the class is $135. You can win right now, therangestl.com/971. Again, therangestl.com/971.
You're listening to The Annie Fry Show on 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
Wiggins! Oh! Wiggins!
The Bee or Not the Bee.
All right, these are a series of stories that are either real or they're from the Babylon Bee, which would make them fake news, satire news, and a lot of Christmas news this week.
Or just a little ahead of their time.
Sometimes. A lot of times. I'm going to read the headline. You tell me which one is which, whether they are real or fake. First one is, Atheist looks forward to the warmth and cheer of arbitrary cultural traditions with no transcendent meaning.
Ooh.
Bee.
Indeed, this is the Bee. Quoting the atheist, it says, quote, I'm just so happy that I get to soak up all the decorations put up to celebrate nothing, really, if you think about it, Bard said, turning a candy cane around so as not to make it look like a J. Quote,
harder to hang on your tree that way.
The shopping season is one of my personal highlights every year because I get to remember how ultimately useless this finite material existence is. Happy holidays, everyone. That's the first one. Second one, tell me whether this is real or fake. Fulton County admits it illegally certified 315,000 ballots in the 2020 election.
Real.
Yeah, this is real.
This is real.
Also Christmas themed.
Merry Christmas, everybody. While
especially you Democrats.
Usually takes about 6 months for conspiracy theories to come true, which you just mentioned at the beginning of this segment. This one took 5 whole years. FYI, this is Fulton County, Georgia's largest county by population. Remember when the pipes burst in Atlanta? Earlier this month, though, Fulton County admitted that
was
approximately...
the first song before the lights went out in Georgia.
Correct.
And they were like, I don't know. It just doesn't really, it's not as catchy. When the pipes went out in Atlanta.
Fulton County admitted that approximately 315,000 early votes from the 2020 election were illegally certified.
Whoops!
But were nonetheless still included in the final results of that election.
You know, I'm really glad that in December of 2025 we've gotten to the bottom of this.
Yeah, we just kind of dust it off and move on, though, right? The admission came during a December 9th hearing before the Georgia State Election Board, stemming from a challenge filed by David Cross, a local election integrity activist. Cross filed a challenge with the SEB in March of 2022. It is now almost 2026, and they just admitted it. By the way, if you're doing the math, Joe Biden won Georgia by less than 12,000 votes.
Yeah, you don't need to get all the votes. Just find me 12,000.
Yeah, or 315,000. Not that we know how those votes went, but they're Fulton County, which is heavily Democrat. A very populous county, the most populous in Georgia.
Funny. Willis.
She was worried, though, about election integrity and people questioning an election. Can't
I don't really know that integrity is high on her list of worries.
Really?
It's just
I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree.
Hunch. I know. The Fannie Willis poster in your office is just a little much, though. Go on.
You know, that was hard to find. That poster. They don't make those.
You know a person who can get you things, though. Dang it, now I got to get you a new poster.
If I have a Fannie Willis poster in my office after the holidays.
It's happening. I'm gonna have a a monthly poster for you to hang up.
That's going to be great, right? Because I'm in the office with Mark Cox.
Yeah.
So it'll be Donald Trump, Ronald Reagan, Fannie Willis.
I'll get it. I can probably AI a picture of Mark Cox in the backwards Fannie Willis dress. See how long it takes him to notice. That dress, for the record, was not backwards.
See how long it takes him to notice. He's going to walk in the office and 3 weeks later go, is that me in a backwards dress?
No, he's
dressed
going to
as
walk
Fannie
in and
Willis?
go, damn, I look good. Take a swig of bourbon and walk back out. And you're not going to be like, that was a wild night.
Oh, man.
Sorry, Mark.
Is that
Merry
a real
Christmas.
picture? Yeah.
Thanks for coming last week to the food drive.
Text
No,
us.
please don't. Don't tell him. Don't text him.
South Pole elves making cheap knockoff toys for half the price.
Real? Oh, China.
Is it? South Pole elves.
B.
Making cheap knockoff toys for half the
You
price.
said South Pole elves a little slower just to make sure that I understood that they were from the South Pole before I answered Wheeler.
Right.
There aren't even elves at the South Pole, man. Ryan, they're at the North Pole.
No, these are South Pole elves.
I hear they're more fun.
Well, listen to this article and you can tell me.
Okay.
It says, quote, Santa at the North Pole might have had the Nintendo Switch too, but we have the fun game time electronic play device, said one of the supervisors at the South Pole factory. It's basically the same thing. You can download all the games off the dark web.
Okay. That's just what we called the 90s.
The Better Business Bureau reported that the Antarctic toy shop has received several complaints of shoddy business practices, including overworking the elves, recruiting penguins to deliver merchandise without pay, and ignoring common safety protocols as they chase after the almighty dollar. According to sources, Santa became furious when he found out his business was being undercut by, quote, those Southie communists.
Oh, no.
All right, we got time for one more.
I mean, we could do whatever. I don't care. You got to ask Brad. He's
We're
in
just
charge.
going to roll right to the top of the hour then. Sorry,
No,
Fox
we're not.
News.
No, we're not.
2025 pennies sold for $16 million.
Oh, man. Fake?
This is too bizarre to be not real.
Fake?
Real.
This is real, you guys. You might find this hard to believe, but just under 700 pennies were sold at auction last week, and they went for a whopping $16.76 million. Yes, the penny is no longer being minted.
A single penny? So a 2025.
Well, there were multiple pennies, but they were the last ones off the line.
Okay.
They're the last pennies to be minted.
So if you find a 2025 penny, you should keep it.
2025 pennies look to be collector's items now.
People are begging for pennies at stores. I've seen signs up in shop doors like, hey, give us your pennies. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Stick around. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
This holiday, give the gift that lasts all season long. Cardinals ticket packs are on sale now, starting at 5, 6, and 10 games. All packs include 2026's top games and favorite giveaways. Backed by popular demand, choose from the opening day pack or the bobblehead pack. Check out the Cubs pack, weekend pack, or apparel pack. There's a pack for everyone. Find your perfect gift right now at cardinals.com/tickets.
You can feel the Clydesdales circling the field. Hear the stands come alive. Smell the hot dogs, the popcorn, and the cold beer in the air. See the crowd rise as the first pitch hits the glove. And just like that, a new season begins. This holiday season, give the gift that lets them feel it for themselves. Opening day at Busch Stadium. It's more than baseball. It's an STL tradition. Opening day tickets are on sale now at cardinals.com/tickets.
This is Ozzie Smith. I'll see you at Busch Stadium.
This is attorney Todd Nissenholtz of Kaufman Townsley. When you're injured in a car accident, insurance adjusters are not on your side. They're always adjusting their settlement offers, lower and lower. We'll get your settlement higher and higher. Call 314-777-7777.
Hey, it's Mark Reardon. If you're nearing retirement or already retired, call my friends Thomas Helbig and Bob Kershaw with the Retirement Advisory Group. They'll show you how linking to the market is much safer than owning the market for your retirement savings. They're the official financial advisors of my show. Go to retirementkey.com.
Is your home ready for the holidays? Beat the holiday rush. Call Zero Res. Spots are filling up fast, so don't put it off any longer. Lock in your deal today at ZeroResSTL.com. And happy holidays from all of us at Zero Res.
Don't miss Mosby Building Arts Home Improvement Show, Saturdays from 12 to 1 p.m. on 97.1.
one of the last call-in shows where you can get live answers to your remodeling, design, and construction questions. Tune in Saturdays at noon.
HomeshieldFoundationRepairs.com. Call 314-227-9636. That's 314-227-9636. Matt Hayes has been operating this business with his wife, with the family, right here out of St. Louis. But he's got decades of experience of foundation repair. So if you have a foundation that is in disrepair, and you might not even know to what extent, get him out there as soon as you possibly can. The longer you put it off, the more you risk significant damage taking place that then all of a sudden becomes an immediate sort of fix, and usually exceedingly more expensive in order to make those types of repairs. If you experience moisture in your basement, water in your basement, if you've got that area downstairs where you have to move stuff out of the corner, you can't store stuff there, put furniture there, carpet, because you know in a gully wash of rain, that area is going to get wet. Solve that problem. Take care of it with the experts at Home Shield Foundation Repair. Online at HomeshieldFoundationRepairs.com.
KFTK FM Florissant from the Kaufman Townsley St. Louis's Injury Lawyers Studio. Call 314-777-7777.
That's 314-777-7777.
Today is the day. I'm Paul Stevens, Fox News. Today, deadline day for the Justice Department to release all of its files connected to the Jeffrey Epstein investigation.
Several 100,000 pages of material is expected to be made available by the Justice Department today in compliance with legislation signed by President Trump requiring the release of files from the investigation into convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. But Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche says redactions are still needed.
We are looking at every single piece of paper that we are going to produce, making sure that every victim, their name, their identity, their story, to the extent it needs to be protected, is completely protected.
Blanche says that means not all material will be released today. Instead, he says it could take a couple more weeks for a full release. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
Meantime, the suspect in the Brown University mass killing of an MIT professor as well was found dead Thursday in a New Hampshire storage facility.
This was a all-out effort by the FBI, by ATF, working with our state and local partners 24 hours a day since this happened. And what you see and what you saw yesterday is a result of those efforts.
Deputy AG Todd Blanche on Fox and Friends. Secretary of State Marco Rubio during his year-end news conference today discussing the Trump White House military escalation against Venezuela.
There's one place that doesn't cooperate, and it's the illegitimate regime in Venezuela. Not only do they not cooperate with us, they openly cooperate with terrorist and criminal elements. For example, they invite Hezbollah in Iran to operate from their territory. But they also allow the ELN and the FARC dissidents not just to operate from inside of Venezuelan territory, to control Venezuelan territory, unencumbered, unimpeded.
U.S. military strikes so far, alleged cartel boats killing more than 100 people in the Caribbean and the Pacific since September. America's listening to Fox News.
Picture this, you're on a date, and then bad breath happens. Confidence gone. Here's the truth. Most gums and mints are just bad breath Band-Aids, but not Zellman's Minty Mouth. The functional breath freshener you swallow. Tiny dual-action capsules with mint on the outside, parsley seed oil inside, clinically tested to fight the toughest offenders, even garlic and onions. It's only available online. Go to Zellmans.com, Zelmins, Zellmans.com, code FRESH for 15% off.
You ever wonder why Verizon charges twice as much as Pure Talk for the same basic service? Think it might have something to do with the fact that Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion? That's billion with a B? Yeah, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. That's why they can offer unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Save an additional 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say the words micro. That's pound 250, micro.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation. Weather.
Sunny skies, breezy and chilly as we go through our Friday afternoon. Sunshine, breezy, 38 for the high. Partly cloudy, 32 tonight, Saturday. Sunshine, south wind returns, warm it up to 56. Northwest flow back Saturday night, 28. Sunday, partly sunny and a chilly 43. Much warmer next week. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
The Annie Fry Show is sponsored by Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation. Don't freeze as it gets colder. If your furnace isn't working, Air Comfort Service can get you back in your comfort zone fast with a service call for only $99. Get your furnace serviced. Visit aircomfortservice.com.
Annie Fry, Ryan Wiggins, Brad Ring.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
For goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Fry Show on 97.1 FM Talk.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. It is December 19th, Friday. I really, people keep asking me this question. It's the natural question that you ask people. Are you ready for Christmas?
Yep.
Are you? I mean,
yes.
I feel like I probably never really could say yes to that question. Like there's always probably more that I feel like I could do. At some point you get to you arrive at the place where you're like, I bought all the gifts. And then there's always more that you could do, and then how much you get done it is. How you feel comfortable with where you are right now?
The problem is I feel false sense of security about it because we were so far ahead that now we're into the final weekend and going, oh, shoot, we haven't wrapped anything.
Yeah.
We're kind of behind now because we were so far ahead we thought we were fine. So we got a lot to do starting tomorrow.
The wrapping is time-consuming.
It is. And we're just going to sit there and try to watch movies and stuff, but it has to be
when
the kids are asleep.
I was going to say, are you getting rid of the kids to do it?
We have to. Yeah, we're going to have to just wait till they go to sleep and stay up late a couple nights and do it.
Do it before Christmas. My husband and I have Christmas Eve wrapped until the sun came up before.
Oh, well, we're not going to do that.
Oh, well, I mean, at that point, you run out of choices.
You just have to.
You just go until it's done. So I'm the Christmas gift cultivator. I'm the one who, I have a spreadsheet with pretty colors on it. And this year, Jensen went to help me. So my 13-year-old daughter, she's like totally into it. And I am all about it. So, and I can get stuff done a lot faster because if I have something in my brain or if she comes up with an idea, she just goes out into the store and gets it and brings it back. So we are hunting and gathering together. I've told the story before, but I think it's been from a marriage standpoint, this has been one of the most important revelations I've had as a spouse, which is I used to do the majority of the shopping, 95% of it, majority of the shopping. And then it would come time to wrap, and my husband wouldn't know who gets this and who gets that, which is really the point of the spreadsheet because now it's all there. So we can share it. We can see what we need to get if we have a blank spot or something. But there were times when he would always wrap the presents and I would help him wrap presents. I used to care a lot more about how they looked. Do not care now. Is it covered? Mostly? Good. Done. Mm-hmm. He would always take on the wrapping of the presents. But during the shopping process, that's a very taxing mental exercise. And when you have big families, it's an expensive one as well. So there was one time where we were super behind for whatever particular reason. And I just was really frustrated that I felt like I was sharing a lot of the acquiring of gifts to give load. And this is an example of where I was feeling something and it was frustrating me. This was maybe 8 years ago. It was really frustrating me, but I hadn't told him that. So he didn't know to shift his behavior or whatever. He wasn't put into a position where he could, if he wanted to, if he felt like a change was necessary, make a change, and then we could continue to go through Christmas happily. So I don't know. I got frustrated or upset something. And then I finally told him, I'm like, I just feel like I'm doing all of this by myself and it's really hard and I'm really stressed out about it. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. He just thought he was trying to stay out of my way. So his participation was that of whatever you need, tell me what you need and I will do that for you. And he's always been that type of person. If I ask him for anything, he'd run through a brick wall if I asked him. So I don't ask him to do that. But in that conversation we had it, we basically got to the point where I'm like, you do wrap all the gifts. Like, let's just decide together as a couple from now on. I'm captain of team get the gifts, and you're captain of team wrap the gifts. And if I need you for the gift buying part of it, I'm going to tell you that specifically. But that way he's not failing to meet expectations that he doesn't know exist. Which that statement right there, I feel is so important in relationships and marriage. My responsibility to, if I'm feeling a certain type of way, to explain to him how I'm feeling it, because if he doesn't have any idea that that's in the game, then he can't do anything about it. And then when I realized that he was fully content to pretty much take over the wrapping, and then I wouldn't have to, and we would go, he would time it out so that he would wrap on weekends leading into, Christmas Day or whenever the first things and events end up happening, that he was okay with me not sitting over there wrapping next to him or whatever. I could be doing other things. I could be sitting on the couch and helping him navigate, okay, this gift goes for this person or that I didn't have to be super involved in the wrapping, and he doesn't have to be super involved in the purchasing, and that works for us, and we're not doing the same things, but we're both contributing in ways that blesses what the other one doesn't really need to be 50-50 in. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And it was just an element of communication between the two of us on my part that I had to say, like, this is bothering me, to talk about it, to realize I actually felt less stress knowing I'm going to shop and I'm going to acquire all the things. And then, I'm effectively kind of done with my main responsibility. And as they come in, he can start wrapping them whenever he wants.
I wonder if that's the way it is in not just marriages, but certainly in marriages too. But any sort of partnership between two people, whether it be work or business or marriage relationships, whatever it is. If there's one person who's more in charge of some area, if the other person just needs instruction, because I think we think about that as a male-female thing, but it may just be whoever's in charge needs to communicate to the person who's not in charge what are the expectations. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I think that I've told this story before. I'll briefly tell it again. I read this thing on Facebook, and I don't usually make a party, when someone shares something. I always scroll to the bottom, and if it says share this with your followers, I don't read it. I'm like, if it starts like a good story, I quickly look, is this a real story pertaining to the person who I know and am connected to on Facebook, or is this just something, is it like a chain email from days gone by? But I read this story, and it was about a woman who was perpetually, daily annoyed that her husband's socks would get taken off and thrown next to the hamper, but for whatever reason never made it into the hamper. And it drove her absolutely crazy. Every day she was picking up his socks and putting them in the hamper. Why couldn't he just do it himself? And to make a long and emotional story short, he ends up getting sick and passing away very quickly. And when she realized that his socks were no longer by the hamper for her to pick up and put in the hamper for him, she was heartbroken over it. And her message was, and this is what really resonated with me, and if this is a total BS story, whatever, it got me and it taught me a lesson that I have held on to since then, that in my relationship with Jared, there are so many instances where, the figurative socks that we live next to the hamper, Jared is always helping me pick up my socks and put them in the hamper, whatever that figuratively is for us. And I do the same thing for him. And you can either focus on the action of love and serving and caring that comes from identifying your partner's weaker spots and saying to yourself, I can help them with this. Like, this is where I can come in and I can make this person whole because I'm good at this. They're not good at this. I can use my skill or talent or attention to detail or whatever to make this person whom I love whole by picking up their socks and putting them in the hamper. Do not forget that that person is doing that for you all of the time. And you may not realize it. If you like walk away from the particulars of the detail that just grates at your skin every day because the same thing happens over and over. And this is specific with spouses. It's not the same with your kids because that relationship isn't balanced because you are to care for them and raise them in a way that they can then care for someone else the way you're supposed to care for your spouse. If your entire view of the socks next to the hamper is always about what you have to do, as opposed to what you get to do, you will fail to see what they get to do for you and they choose to do for you. And I just think that like that communication of and willingness to say, I'm really good at some things, but I'm also pretty bad at some things, and the things I'm bad at, he sees that in me. And instead of pointing out how bad I am at it, he just takes me across the finish line. Like I don't feel like while we were figuring out marriage, we dated for like 3.5 years before we got married. It takes a while to understand when you're cohabitating. We didn't live together before we were married. When you're cohabitating and you're like learning all the super deep details of how people live their lives, that you actually have an asset because you're two people in one relationship. That is a superpower that you get to have, instead of just because it's all a matter of chosen perspective. How do you see the socks on the floor next to the hamper? Is it a burden to you or is it an opportunity?
Is that a question directly to me?
No.
Because
it's just a statement.
I might answer it in a way that makes me look bad. Although I will say, that one of the things that as you were saying that, I was thinking, do I do this for Katie? And the answer is yes, but it's stuff she doesn't care about, and so I don't know that she ever notices. And that's not really the point.
Well, she may not have an active understanding of the things that you show up, the socks that you put in the hamper for her. But what I'm saying is I really only because I read this thing randomly on Facebook one time I kind of forced myself into an active thought process of how this is balanced in our relationship. And I started thinking about those things. And it's not always a tangible act of service that you do. It can be a presence. It can be a joke at the right time to lighten a mood. It can be a sense of stability and comfort that you can provide your significant other, or like a sense of reliability, especially when you're parenting with kids and you're, I don't know how independent of your 3 kids, are any of them independent to the point where they are really trying to define their own space quite yet?
Yes.
All of them?
Just my daughter.
Atta girl.
My boys don't care.
Well, some of that's nature, some of that's nurture. I was like that very early on. It's a huge asset if you can channel it. But it also, I know for my parents, I was enormously frustrating because I was super stubborn, very opinionated. I still am. And it's like served me well, but it's still, it's a double-edged sword for me because it's part of who I am. But when you're dealing with a child who is challenging in that way because they're strong-willed or they're independent, you have to, as a parent, do one of you handle that better with her than the other? You don't have to identify that, but like...
No, not really. I mean, we don't actually have a problem with it. She's just sort of wants to be away from the boys more now.
Well, okay, so maybe I'm talking about something different. Like I'm talking about defining independence as her own person, making her own decisions, which usually will come to be a little bit more in high school. Junior high for sure is when it starts. She also has the benefit of being the only girl in the house. Mm-hmm. So she has a uniqueness to her that is always going to be her own. I'm one of 3. I'm the middle, older sister who is incredibly accomplished at everything she did. I felt compelled to define my own space. And my dad's sitting at home going, that's an interesting way to put it, as is my mom. But like in parenting situations, certainly in our house, there are times where my husband and I will look at each other and it goes both ways. It's like, I got to tap out. I'm going to lose my stuff. You want to keep this kid? He or she is yours now. But that's ways that you pick each other up too. But if your kids don't challenge you, then they're angels, aren't they?
They're pretty good. Although the boys, I mean, we're still kind of in the kid zone.
You're on the precipice.
They still just kind of argue and fight a little bit, but it's just sibling stuff. It's nothing big. That's the stuff we deal with daily, though.
Yeah.
Just the boys wrestling and stuff like that. We're still there.
Yeah, that's good.
It is good. Thanks for the perspective.
No, it's really
because I need to remember that.
Yeah. Every once in a while, you'll be, as a parent, I'll be in my house and I'll just be like, what is happening?
Yeah. Yeah.
This isn't normal life. People wouldn't believe this is what exists in this home. It becomes pretty wild. The president is going to make an announcement here from the White House, another announcement reflecting lowered drug prices. We're going to tap into this and see what kind of announcement he's making after this quick break. Go vote in the Annie Fry YouTube live chat poll. Who is harder to buy for, men or women? We'll see what the president has to say about lowering drug prices, and then we'll get a chat going on the YouTube poll. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Elderly's memories that never grow old. Let it be Christmas everywhere. Let heavenly music fill the air. Let every heart sing, let every bell ring. The story of hope and joy and peace. And let it be Christmas everywhere. Let heavenly music fill the air. Let anger and fear and hate disappear. Let there be love that lasts through the year. And let it be Christmas, Christmas everywhere.
AirComfortService.com. I want to encourage you, if you have any sort of HVAC concerns over this holiday, that 24/7, 365 days a year, Air Comfort Service is there to ensure that your comfort zone is in reach. It's cold this morning. I think it got a little bit warmer, but the real feel this morning on my phone suggested that it was in the teens. And when that cold air sets in, if your furnace isn't doing the trick, Air Comfort Service can come out and make sure they get you back to your comfort zone as soon as possible. Yes, even you folks at your place of business, you do not want to have, lost days of commerce because the furnace isn't working. I will say that 3 years ago, I think it was 3 years ago, our furnace went out 2 days after Christmas, and Air Comfort Service, sure enough, came out, fixed the whole thing for us, replaced it, and we were able to be back in our comfort zone in no time. 314-513-0091, aircomfortservice.com.
This is Todd Krenz with Krenz Financial Group. For over 6 decades, we've helped St. Louis families and businesses plan with purpose and live with confidence. We work closely with professionals in healthcare, from doctors and nurses to medical sales in biotech and pharma. Our team helps you navigate complex financial decisions like retirement plans, disability insurance, consolidating old 401ks, and understanding stock options or RSUs. We make the process clear so you can focus on what you do best. Your goals, our mission. Start today at kfgadvisors.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Servicing. Member FINRA/SIPC. Krenz Financial Group is not a broker-dealer.
Are you tired of feeling sick and tired? I'm Dr. Nick Barnes of Health From Within Family Chiropractic. Our simple 5-step approach aligns your health naturally. We correct spinal abnormalities to maximize nerve supply, focus on pure and simple nutrition, exercise and oxygen, mindset, and minimizing toxins in your body. Transform your health today with Health From Within, conveniently located on Manchester in Rock Hill, or online at healthfromwithinstl.com.
When storm damage strikes or it's just time for a new roof, call my friend Cornelius at C. Marion Roofing. This is Ryan Wiggins. I've used him multiple times for roofs and bathrooms. He's licensed and insured for both homes and businesses. Start to finish, he'll handle your insurance claim and get you the job done right, fast, reliable, and with quality you can count on. I can testify to that. Call C. Marion Roofing today, 314-399-2140. That's 314-399-2140. Or type in C. Marion Roofing for all your projects.
Hey guys, are you dealing with low energy, weight gain, or issues in the bedroom? Game Day Men's Health is the premier men's health clinic in the St. Louis area with locations in Chesterfield and O'Fallon, Missouri. They specialize in low testosterone and sexual health, and they also help men and women with medical weight loss, vitamins, and peptides. They offer free consultations and testosterone tests with results in about 20 minutes. Get in, get answers, get back to the top of your game. Visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Again, that's GameDayMen'sHealth.com.
This holiday season, when you get them STIHL, batteries are included. Buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit STIHLUSA.com for gift ideas and seasonal savings. Happy holidays from STIHL. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Annie Fry, Ryan Wiggins, Brad Range. It's the Annie Fry Show.
Out of all the reindeers, you know you're the mastermind. Run, run, Rudolph. Randolph ain't too far behind.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. So the president is speaking from the White House. He was just talking a little bit before. He's discussing about the lowering of drug prices, a little bit about the gold card. Let's listen in here and see what the president has to say. You got him up there?
Johnson & Johnson is an example, who's not here today, who will be here next week. They're well represented here. But they want to go to work for one of the great companies behind me, and you learn they can't do that because they're shipped out of the country. They're not shipped out anymore. So your company will pay a little bit, but that's okay. You'll be able to get them. So I just wanted to, it's called the gold card, the Trump gold card. Quite a beautiful thing. And you've taken in just a few days, you've taken in over $1.5 billion. That goes all toward reducing debt, goes into the Treasury of the United States. And I thought I'd do this before we start on most favored nations. I want to read this because I would have said it the other night, but I was not allotted too much time, actually. You had a couple of brand new shows opening, and I understand that. But I do want to say, and some people say, oh, you shouldn't say it. It sounds negative. To me, I think it sounds positive. The only reason our unemployment tucked up and went up to 4.5%, which it went up to 4.5%, which is quite a low number, but still, is because we are reducing the government workforce by numbers that have never been seen before. In other words, government jobs are way down. And as you know, we don't need 10 people to fill one job, which is what we had in government in many cases. So the government workforce, by numbers that have never been seen before, has been reduced very substantially, and it will continue to be reduced. 100% of our new jobs are in the private sector. So this is for the last number of months. Think of that, 100%. Are you shocked to hear that? That's the way to make America great again, when you think, right? It's the only way. 100% of new jobs are in the private sector. And I could reduce unemployment to 2%, 1%, or practically zero by just hiring people into the federal government, even though those jobs are not necessary, which is what we had before. We had millions and millions of people having jobs that they never even showed up. So I wish that the media would report that the 4.5% is an amazing number. And again, if they don't report it, I guess maybe I'll just let some people go into the federal workforce. It'll look really wonderful. And what we're doing is the only way you can do it to make a country great. You can't have the government jobs, you have to have the private sector jobs. And these are among the biggest hires of private sector. So we have reduced the federal workforce by tremendous hundreds of thousands of people. And that reflects in unemployment, but that will be used up very quickly. And we've 100% of the new jobs, which, by the way, it's a record-setting number of jobs, too, is in the private sector. And I think that'll get even stronger when these buildings being built all over the country, of which they're building some, too, but AI and auto plants and everything else, they're being built all over the country. When that happens, your numbers will be even better. But I would like you to report it the way it is. We don't do the federal workforce jobs. We're reducing that very substantially. I'm thrilled to be joined by the leaders of 9 of the world's largest pharmaceutical manufacturers, all very big names, celebrities in their own right, very, very powerful people, and they head some of the most admired companies anywhere in the world. It's a great group. To announce that they've agreed to offer many of their flagship drugs, really all of their flagship drugs, at heavily discounted, most favored nations prices. In other words, whatever the drug sells for over the world, in the world, whatever the lowest number is, if it's Germany, if it's in UK, anywhere, we will match that price. Right now, sometimes it's 10 times higher. We've been laughed at and scoffed at for years. In fact, I was going to do it in my first term, but unfortunately with the advent of COVID, as you would say, it was not, I don't think it was a very good time to be hitting up Spain, Italy, France, but now we're doing it. So the hardest thing to do was going to be to get a country to do it, because we would have a pill in New York that was for sale for $130, and you could buy it in Germany and France and Spain and someplace. Anyways, they set their own prices for $10. So we'd pay 10 or 13 times more, pay 5 times more, pay all different prices. Now, whatever the lowest price is. Now, the pharmaceutical companies were difficult, but they also love our country. They knew it was unfair. And they were great. I appreciate it. But the bigger problem was going to be the countries. How are you going to get the countries to do it? And we told them, if you don't do it, we're going to have to use tariffs, and we're going to charge you a 10% tariff, which is far more money than the money we're talking about. And they immediately agreed to do it. So we have all the foreign countries agreeing to do it. If we didn't have the use of tariffs, we would never be able to do this. But we used tariff, and they said, is it a threat? I said, yes, it is a threat. And they said, we will do it. And they dropped the price. So what's happening, because the world is bigger than the United States in terms of people, that same pill would go from $10 to $20 for them, which is an increase, but it wouldn't go to, midway. But it would go from $10 to $20. Ours would go from $130 to $20. So we dropped way down. They went up a little bit. And everyone knows it's the way it is. They, for years, would just say, no, as medicine got more expensive for us, it would stay. They said, nope, you can't sell it in this country. Let the United States pay. And we had other presidents, all of them, said, okay, we'll pay. So we were subsidizing the entire world. We're not doing it anymore. This is the biggest thing having to do with drugs in the history of the purchase of drugs. And I don't think the maybe press will treat it as a story. This is the biggest front page story that you'll ever see. This is a huge bearing too on the healthcare, because a big part of healthcare is drugs, pharmaceuticals, right, Oz? And this will have a tremendous impact on the reduction of healthcare. The biggest impact is going to be that the money should be paid not to the insurance companies, directly to the people, and the people will buy their own healthcare. So we're going to be working that. The problem is that the Democrats are very much controlled by the insurance companies that make all that money, but we're not going to let that happen. Starting next year, American drug prices will come down fast and furious, and will soon be among the lowest in the developed world. So in other words, whatever the lowest price for a certain drug, of which these companies make much of it, whatever the lowest price is, that price will come down to that price. So we will get the lowest price anywhere in the world. If they're lower in England than they are in Germany, we take the England price.
So there you had the president speaking from the White House, talking about most favored nations, which is, if you ask Kayleigh McEnany, she's talked about this on the show, as I've heard her talk about it many other places. In the first term, President Trump was really into this idea of most favored nation status. And it never really got off because of COVID came in and took over his opportunity to do that. So he is leaning in heavily. More talk about lowering drug prices. I don't know if this lady's going to become the meme that we think she is, but there's a lady in red standing behind the president. I don't know who she is. She's got a red shirt on and a black, like, pleather leather midi skirt. And it looks very rigid. I don't know how else to explain it. I hope she's what would you say about this lady?
She is a robot covered in human flesh.
I said, I've known that I'm going to be in front of people. This is one of the things that Hannah used to help me with when she was with the show before she moved on up to the morning show over on Y98. But she would help me, like, stand and position myself when I was sitting.
Oh,
or whatever.
really?
You don't know that?
No.
This is all happening right under your nose.
Oh.
We had the Kill Meat event at the Missouri Athletic Club. And so we're sitting up on these chairs, these nice leather chairs. And up on the stage, I think it was Mark and Mark on the outside, Brian, Killmeat, and me on the inside, each having our own chair. And so she sat at that. This is after she ate she ate her steak and half of my steak. That's my girl, Hannah. But she would mirror me. And she would sit, and, like, if I was slouching, she'd just go put her shoulders back, and then I would just do whatever she did. She'd help me look great.
Really?
Yeah. Now Ryan's been telling me how to sit, and my career's tanked.
Mm-hmm.
I've been mirroring Ryan the whole time.
Sit a little more slouched, please.
Yeah, sit like this.
Sit like this. Yeah.
No, this is just like.
You ever heard of Notre Dame?
Excuse
you ever
me?
heard of their hunchback? Sit like that guy.
There is a generational divide between the people who are Hannah and Ethan's age. I wonder if Ethan knows these things.
No.
Because he's a boy.
He doesn't know.
We'll ask him when he comes in. We'll do sports and local next. But if you grew up with social media, you just know how to position yourself. And if you're a millennial like me, especially an elder millennial, the worst thing you can do is look like you're trying. It's better to not try than to attempt to try and fail, which is kind of what Lady in Red is doing right now. I don't understand what she's doing.
She looks like she rehearsed the way she was going to stand.
She needs to like cross her,
and
like
it looks
her
very
hold her
unnatural.
wrist or something like that, or
Yeah.
do the reporter where all your fingers touch.
Yes.
You kind of create the diamond with the pointer fingers and the thumbs, and then you just make all your other fingers touch like this. It looks very like professional, and you hold it out, and then you just kind of emphasize your points with a little bob of the fingers together hand gesture. People are trying it right now.
It's got to be strange knowing that you're just going to stand there on national TV and do nothing for who knows how long. Because who knows how long the president will speak.
It kind of just occurred to me that she's kind of giving off a little bit of a Sprockets vibe.
There's no doubt about that, except she's wearing a red shirt instead of black.
I know, but it's very like, and now in the time where we dance, and she should just start doing Ryan's.
She's waiting for the end of the
Sprocket
speech.
thing, yeah, or maybe not. If it gets boring, someone's on the other side of the camera going, "Now, go now." He's rambling.
She's a diversion for the president.
I don't know. It's Christmas time. Why not? I would love it if it were. Let's take a quick break. Ethan, come join us. Sports and Local next.
Santa, make him hurry, tell him he can take the freeway down. Run, run, Rudolph, reeling like a merry-go-round.
Stewart's American Mortgage and the Bagel Loan, a really smart way to start your 2026. Reach out to Stewie and talk to him about how to acquire a bagel loan. Once you qualify for it, you can purchase your next home without any closing costs involved in that process. So you can get your mortgage and it doesn't cost you anything. He takes care of the closing costs for you, doesn't tuck them into the loan. You're not going to finance your closing costs over 10, 15, 20, 30 years or whatever you get the length of your mortgage. They just don't exist, which is why going to the bagel loan at Stewart's American Mortgage is a smart move. You might get recommended to go to another lender, and there are a lot of great people who are in the lending business in this area. I just want to encourage you, before you make that final decision on who you want to work with, try Stewie and just see how he compares to what the other folks are offering. This is how you connect with him. Call him or text him at 314-324-4440. That's 314-324-4440. Reach out to Stewie, tell him Annie sent you, and ask him how a bagel loan can help you for your new purchase or your refinance. Google the bagel loan, NMLS number 226715.
Hey guys, Glover here for my friends at Triton Exteriors. Not sure if you've noticed, but the storms seem to be especially bad this spring. If you had James Hardy Smart Siding, you wouldn't have to worry about it. It's not going to be damaged like in the 314-day storm. So we do roofing, siding, gutters, fences. We're always going to be the middle bid. We're never going to cut corners. We're never going to take advantage of you. Call 314-717-1159 or Triton-STL.com.
It's time for you to get to know my friends at Lit Cigar Lounge in Chesterfield, where luxury meets comfort. Mark Cox here. They have a great selection of rare bourbons, whiskeys, craft cocktails, anything you like to drink, cold beer, premium hand-rolled cigars from the finest makers in the world, even private lockers that are available if you choose to. Perfect for date nights or business meetings, and live music every Friday night. Family owned and operated. Check them out in Chesterfield at the District. It's litstl.com.
Surprise!
Surprise!
You know, surprise parties, they can be fun, right? Well, financial surprises, not so much, especially when you're retired, like finding out you owe more in taxes than you thought you would, or having to go back to work to make ends meet. Maybe you think you'll be okay, but why not double check just to be sure? Call Marvin Mitchell at Compass Retirement Solutions and schedule a retirement double check. Marvin and his team have been helping families plan for retirement for more than 15 years. Call 314-314 314-373-1598 to schedule your retirement double check with Marvin Mitchell at Compass Retirement Solutions. That's 314-373-1598. Don't let a financial surprise derail your retirement dreams. Give Marvin and the team a call, 314-373-1598. Firm offers insurance services, investments, and services offered through Compass Retirement Group, a registered investment advisory in Missouri and in Illinois.
Today's Christmas-themed YouTube live chat poll is who is harder to buy for, men or women? A couple comments, actually quite a few comments coming in on this one, but here's a couple that I've highlighted. Quick Rick says, women take thought. They can always tell whether you were thinking about them when they get your gift. So I guess that means that women are harder. Nene says, men, because everything my hubby wants is super expensive. And then Jackie, women are harder to buy for. Most of us are more particular. I always find it easy to shop for men. What say you? We'll give the results of this at the end of the show. No idea how this one's going to turn out. 139. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
From the gateway city to the front lines of freedom. 97.1 FM Talk. St. Louis Conservative.
Hold up. Check it out.
Sports and local.
What the heck's a burgle nut?
Okay. That's super descriptive of the sports and local segment with Ethan.
Really got Ryan.
It's just unexpected.
Most of them are at this point. You guys watch Survivor?
No. But I did hear it's a local connection.
Terry loves it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah? Mm-hmm. She didn't watch this season, but she has pretty faithfully watched it. Season number 49 of Survivor has concluded, and a St. Louisan has taken the crown. But not just any St. Louisan, a former St. Louis TV anchor and reporter.
Good for her.
Savannah Louie, congratulations on claiming the title of Sole Survivor and a $1 million prize. Dang.
outlasted 13 other contestants on
Did they do two seasons a year? 49?
I don't know if they always do 2 seasons a year, but I know
I remember
this year
when it
they are.
debuted, and I am not 49.
Not 49
okay,
years ago.
then maybe that is the case, because the 50th season is still coming out, or it's starting pretty soon.
That would make sense, because it was 2000 when that show started,
yeah.
and now they're in the 50th season. It's 2025. So.
Who on the show would last the longest on Survivor?
It would either be me, because I would just try to befriend everybody and be working some magic, or
what?
It would,
that's not a full plan.
Or
that's not.
I would be the first off. I don't know which one it is.
What do you mean you'd be working? You still have to survive.
So you think you'd either be first or last?
I would do my best to convince people that I was their friend, and then
that lady is still standing like that, going.
that would either work or it would not work, depending on the cast, and that's what we don't know. What's the cast around me?
But are you just saying social political skills is all that you're going to bring to win?
Yes.
I don't know if that's
and maybe a huge bag of jerky.
Ryan, you are too much of a personality to go far on that show because you would draw too much attention to yourself too soon.
Maybe I'd be smart enough to make sure people didn't pay attention to me early, though.
I don't think you're capable.
You can't just talk to people in quadruple negatives to confuse them.
Yes, I can. I'm really good at that.
What are the skills you have to win Survivor?
I don't know. Is it always in the same place, or are they always different?
You have to be useful initially.
Is it always island? Is it always wilderness? Or are they sometimes in a downtown building
like
that
suburban?
has a chef?
Survivor downtown. You could do that in St. Louis.
We play that every day.
Play it in North City.
That show would be amazing.
That'd be awesome.
What do you have to do? Do you have to seek your own food?
Yeah, I mean, food, fire, shelter, all of that stuff's on you. They drop you off on the island. I don't know if they are still you used to be able to bring one comfort item with you.
Yeah, jerky.
And then the other side of it is you're divided into 2 teams, and then you have to win immunity by winning challenges, or there's also hidden immunity idols, and so there's
Brad knows the most about this. Who would be first? What would be the order of succession? Who would go first?
Execution.
That's a different show.
They killed Ryan and Aiden.
Like more than just us on the show, right?
No, the four of us.
Oh, so
It's
four
just
of
us.
us were in a Survivor?
Okay, yes, but it's downtown.
But it's downtown.
No, just Survivor. Stop it.
You're
Turn his
confusing
microphone
him.
off.
Stop it.
I think
This is part of his plan.
I really think it would be probably Ryan would go first, and then Annie, and then Ethan would probably win.
Why?
What about you? You
Why?
didn't include yourself.
Why?
Why? Because Ryan would just be kind of entertaining for a while, but he wouldn't be very useful.
Yeah, I get bored.
Chris here says
Boring
Ran out of
show.
jerky.
Ryan's the first one out. He stated he's pretty useless. Did you?
I didn't state that, but I definitely implied it.
You know,
by my mere existence.
Annie, for people that wanted to win, nobody would want to go head to head with you one-on-one. So they would team up and vote you out before you had a chance to take them out.
That's really well thought through.
And then it would.
You're so surprised.
It's true.
It would be down to me and Ethan, and I think Ethan's just a little bit more ruthless than I am.
He's
so
got
he
more
would,
guile.
He would be able to win. But
it's that sneaky.
But when it's the
ginger
final
hair.
two, it's who's left would vote.
I would vote Annie out.
I know.
Yeah,
I would
would
probably
too, right
vote
away.
me out.
You know what I do? I go privately to Ethan. I'm like, she always calls you a ginger. You going to take that? We should probably vote her out. And I do that with everybody. All the time.
That's a great way to put a target on
And
your
I
back, too.
I go
bud.
to you, Annie, after that conversation. I go to you and I go,
Did you hear what Ethan wants to do?
Ethan really doesn't like that you call him that. He is a threat to you. We should probably vote him
If
out.
I were trying to win a game, I probably wouldn't call him a ginger. If I knew it made him mad.
Yeah, but you guys have a history now. Can't erase that.
It's true. I could be an asset to keep around too, though.
I doubt it.
Okay, next story. Just a thought.
Well, we know who didn't survive last night. It was the St. Louis Blues.
Yeah, not in overtime.
Yeah.
They didn't.
You know what happens if they win the next three?
It's a streak.
We're just gonna. It's gonna be the
Put
running
three
thing.
together.
With
I can't do this again. There's nowhere else to go.
Gonna be the running thing with the Blues
I was
until
watching
they
part of that
win
game
3 in a
last night,
row.
and I was thinking of you going, oh, maybe they can get 2 in a row here, and we can actually get close to a streak. So that
overtime,
Andy can say it.
Yeah. Yeah.
2-1 the final last night against the New York Rangers. They led 1-0 through the first about midway through the game, and then in the second period, New York tied it up, and JT Miller for the Rangers scored the game-winning goal in overtime.
JT? Him?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, well,
Pretty good.
then.
Now the Blues have the day off, and they
Can't
will play
lose.
tomorrow in sunny Florida against the Florida Panthers. Must be a nice time of year to be in Florida.
Have the Blues won in overtime this year?
No,
at all.
they're 0-8 in overtime.
Wow. So if you get to overtime, you pretty much just go, yeah,
That's 8 points.
we
though.
got a point.
Yeah, that's 8 points that they.
The participation trophy of sports.
Well said, Annie.
Ah, the soft hockey players.
Well said.
Sorry, don't come at me. I know you could kill me with both hands tied behind your back. Just anyway.
Shooting a puck out of their mouth.
Out of their mouth?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep moving forward for the
Okay.
sake of our audience. We talked last week about the Blues' newest addition, signing Dustin May. Well, in the last couple
No,
of days.
Cardinals, not Blues.
What did I say, the Blues?
Yeah.
The Cardinals.
That's
Forgive
old
me.
Dusty May.
Awkward. The Cardinals signed new starting pitcher Dustin May. The details on his contract have come out in the last couple of days. The Cardinals signed him to a 1-year, $12.5 million contract. There will be a mutual option for 2027 where he would make $20 million if both parties agree that they want him to remain on the team. If not, there would be a $500,000 buyout. So Dustin May will be a part of the Cardinals starting rotation for the 2026 season, and it would not surprise me if he is one of the more front-end starters in that rotation. So we'll just have to wait and see. But the stove is hot right now as far as trades go, and the Cardinals have been had a lot of players rumored to be in the mix. So I would be keeping an eye out here because there's a chance that even in the next couple of days, we could see some St. Louis Cardinals getting moved, a.k.a. Brendan Donovan. So we'll have to wait and see on that. It was announced yesterday that St. Louis County Executive Sam Page will not be seeking re-election after his term expires in 2027.
We're waiting a long time on that bell.
In a release that was sent yesterday, as mentioned, Page stated that it has been his honor to serve as the county executive. But he will not be running for a third term. Instead of campaigning, he said that for the remainder of his time in office, he will focus on serving the community.
Weird time to start trying to do that, but good for him.
He was quoted with a lot of personality.
He was quoted saying, "I've worked to serve the people of St. Louis County,
Still
not a
doing it.
political party, not special interest, but you the people. We did what was right, even when it wasn't easy. These days, it takes courage just to do the right thing."
Hey, Ethan, can you go ahead and read Jackie's comment right there for us?
No, I will not read that comment.
It says ginger,
Jackie,
ginger, ginger.
You're better than that, Jackie.
Ethan really just walks around the office telling everybody that they should be better than that.
What kind of
appreciate
bread
that.
men do
He
you
says
like
it
to
at
eat?
least 6 or 7 times a day.
Jackie's always so nice to me in person when we have all these in-person events and stuff.
It's
And
because
then
she likes your hair.
she hides behind her computer screens.
You're
ginger,
flowy.
ginger.
She feels
Don't
bad
appreciate
for
it.
you, man.
What kind of bread houses do you make at Christmas time?
Blonde.
Blonde bread house. White. White bread houses.
Okay.
I think it's sour, though. Anyway, let's take a quick break. More Any Fry Show right around the corner. Stay here, Ethan, because I need to ask you this question first. Who is harder to buy for, men or women? You brought this frustration up yesterday before the show. So we'll let Ethan set the table for us and read some of your comments as well. You can text us at 314-241-9797. Plus, you can send us your Ask Us Anything questions. Holiday questions emphasized if you so choose. 314-241-9797. Ryan will check those. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Sue Thomas, just here to wish you a very Merry Christmas. Hope you have a wonderful holiday. And thanks for being such fabulous people. We just have the best listeners, and we all really, really appreciate it. And a Happy New Year, too.
When you're approaching retirement, there are a lot of questions to answer. Do you have enough money to fund your income for life? How should you claim Social Security? And what's your plan for health care and long-term care? Hi, I'm Eric Robert, Director of Investments with the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel and host of On the Money Saturday mornings at 11 on 97.1 FM Talk. Don't leave your retirement to chance. It's crucial to understand and address relevant risks before you retire. Our team can help you get organized, guide you through critical retirement decisions, and create an investment portfolio designed around your needs. To schedule your free retirement plan consultation, go to clearpathinvesting.com. That's clearpathinvesting.com. Or call us at 636-695-2650. That's clearpathinvesting.com or 636-695-2650. Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member SIPC and NYSE.
License number E2014A.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Grandpa had a soft spot for dogs.
Yeah, he always had treats in his pocket.
He said if you're going to take care of people, you better take care of their best friends too.
Is that why we help dog shelters?
That's right. For every service call, we donate 10 pounds of dog food to local dog shelters, helping dogs waiting for a home.
Grandpa would like that.
He sure would.
Green is always Grasser at GrasserHomeservices.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6986. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6986. That's 800-575-6986. Tax Relief Advocates, real solutions for real people.
Hi, I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, America's largest family law firm. During this time of year, difficult relationships sometimes become impossible. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. 600 Kelwood, St. Louis.
This is the Annie Fry Show on 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
Internet right now, and it's a Chat GPT. Ethan?
No.
There's this long descriptive Chat GPT prompt, and you upload a photo, and then you tell Chat GPT to create this festive photo.
Okay.
With this, and so far I've done my own and Ryan's, and I just got Brad's done. I'm going to do one of yours. I need you to send me a picture that you want me to put in here, because I took one from.
You're kidding.
No, it's amazing. It's
I think
absolutely
I know
amazing.
what that trend is now that you say that.
You've probably seen, everybody is doing it today.
Is there a certain kind of picture I
Just
should
one that's
be...
got your face, because AI is
Okay.
going to take care of the rest.
All right.
These are like the trends where around Halloween they'd have everybody in a gift box
Something like that.
and
yeah.
say, and so
It's
this
just
is the
like
Christmas
it's like
thing.
you went to do an overly over the top JCPenney Christmas photo
I know
shoot
exactly what you're talking
with
about.
a glitter outfit and
Yep.
a lollipop.
Yep.
The YouTube live chat poll for today: who is harder to buy for, men or women? We don't need to go around the room right now, but Ethan, you were talking about this yesterday before the show, and you have an emphatic answer on the question about who it's harder to buy for
Yes.
across the board in genders.
I do. It's 100% women, and it's not even a question. I would argue that, each gender would probably lean towards the other is more difficult to buy for than, like, the same gender. Like, I think probably guys would just say it's easier to shop for guys than girls, and girls would probably say it's easier to shop for girls than guys in most cases. But, yeah, girls are just hard to shop for. It's just, I don't know. It feels like just in my own personal experiences, I have witnessed my dad for years strike out at Christmas time when it comes to my
Aw.
mom.
With your mother?
Yeah.
What kind of is your how thick is your dad's skin? How can you-
He's a tough guy. He'll be fine.
What are some of the Hall of Fame no dad gifts?
It's usually like when it comes to like clothing, he'll strike out where either it's isn't a huge fan of it or she likes it but it's the wrong size. I mean, like it ends up being a running joke kind of every year. Does
your mom think it's funny?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're kind of all in on it now. It's like, but like I remember growing up and being like, "Hey, Dad, good work! Like return rate's only like 60% this year. That's good. That's a good number for you." So it feels like there would always be a couple days after Christmas, like, all right, we got to go and make the corrections of Dad's gifts.
What other women, or who are the women in your life that you have to buy for?
Hannah, my wife, my mom, and my sisters.
And they're all hard?
It's easier with the girl with my sisters because they'll just send me what they want. But like, I have no idea ever what to get my wife.
Well, give us suggestions on the YouTube live chat or 314-241-9797. Ask us anything in the next hour. Don't go away.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-894-7722. That's 800-894-7722. Again, 800 894-7722.
So tax returns are supposed to be big next year. You might be thinking about applying that to a problem that has frustrated you, annoyed you, gotten under your skin so many times, but you haven't really thought, I got the money to do this. Maybe that's what's going to happen with your tax return. I'm talking about the sidewalk at your home, the walkway, the patio, the concrete. It's cracked, and over the course of time, it's separated. And when it has separated, it's become a big pain, and it's going to become an even bigger pain if you or someone you love trips on that, has an accident. That's not what anybody wants. So if you're looking to solve that problem for an affordable price, but with somebody who's going to get the job done right the first time, that's where Home Shield Foundation Repair sets in. Online at homeshieldfoundationrepairs.com, they'll use a polyjacking system, which takes polyurethane foam, injects it under the concrete to raise it up, levels it out, and tacks a 5-year warranty on top of it. Call Matt Hayes at 314-227-9636. homeshieldfoundationrepairs.com.
No one remembers the tie, the sweater, or the pair of socks they received last year for the holidays, but they will remember the year they learned how to play the piano. Hi, this is Kathy from Lacefield Music. And every year in January, Lacefield Music opens their exciting and innovative 8-week adult piano classes to the public for the incredible price of only $29.99 for all 8 weeks. This class is usually $100, but in January, the classes will be $29.99 for all 8 weeks. With Lacefield Music's adult piano classes, you will learn how to read music, play your favorite songs, and you will play with both your right and your left hand the very first week. This year, instead of buying your loved one more things, buy them an experience and fulfill the dream of learning to play the piano. Class sizes are limited and are filling fast, so call 636-778-2070 for more information, or go to lacefieldmusic.com. That's lacefieldmusic.com to sign up.
KFTK FM Florissant from the Kaufman Townsley St. Louis's Injury Lawyers Studio. Call 314-777-7777.
That's 314-777-7777.
A controversial policy. I'm Paul Stevens, Fox News. Secretary of State Marco Rubio using his year-end news conference today to defend the Trump White House's aggressive stance in dealing with Venezuela and its leader, Nicolas Maduro.
This allegation, this claim that the Maduro regime is a narco-terrorist organization is not on the basis of political talk or speculation. It is on the basis of evidence provided to a grand jury in the Southern District of New York that returned an indictment.
Maritime strikes by the U.S. military aimed at alleged drug-running boats in the Caribbean and Eastern Pacific have been highly criticized by some. Police locating the suspect accused in last weekend's deadly shooting at Brown University, they say, thanks to a tip from a homeless man.
That crucial tip, believe it or not, it came from a homeless man at Brown University who had an interaction with the suspected shooter, and he was able to help lead investigators to the rental car that he was driving, which then led to a clear picture and the name of the suspect, as well as his financial records, which then led investigators to this storage facility in New Hampshire where the suspected shooter turned the gun on himself. They don't know exactly how long he was dead for. An autopsy will be done to determine that, but investigators found Claudio Neves Valente with guns and a satchel near his body. They also found evidence in his car parked nearby that matched the two crime scenes.
Fox's Nate Foy in Salem, New Hampshire. Claudio Neves Valente also suspected to be connected to the fatal shooting of an MIT professor. President Trump and more major drug companies announcing deals today to lower medication prices for the federal government's Medicaid program and for those who pay in cash. The Trump White House also announcing that Mexican train crews may only operate up to 10 miles inside the U.S., they say, after recent railroad inspections raised safety concerns. America's listening to Fox News.
Picture this, you're on a date, and then bad breath happens. Confidence gone. Here's the truth. Most gums and mints are just bad breath Band-Aids, but not Zellman's Minty Mouth. The functional breath freshener you swallow. Tiny dual-action capsules with mint on the outside, parsley seed oil inside, clinically tested to fight the toughest offenders, even garlic and onions. It's only available online. Go to Zellmans.com, Z-E-L-M-I-N-S, Zellmans.com, code FRESH for 15% off.
You ever wonder why Verizon charges twice as much as Pure Talk for the same basic service? Think it might have something to do with the fact that Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion. That's billion with a B. Yeah, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. That's why they can offer unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Save an additional 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say the words Micro. That's pound 250, Micro.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation, weather.
Sunny skies, breezy and chilly as we go through our Friday afternoon. Sunshine, breezy, 38 for the high, partly cloudy, 32 tonight, Saturday. Sunshine, south wind returns, warm it up to 56. Northwest flow back Saturday night, 28. Sunday, partly sunny and a chilly 43, much warmer next week. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
The Annie Fry Show is sponsored by Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation. Air Comfort Service is hiring licensed journeymen. Don't have a journeyman license? Air Comfort Service will help you get it. Get guaranteed hours year-round and more. Apply online at aircomfortservice.com.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
They got someone here knows what they're talking about.
Left up, left right, gotta love this American ride.
And you need to take some time to get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid, keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Fry Show.
Well, get us your Ask Us Anything questions in the Annie Fry YouTube chat when you go vote. Who's it harder to buy for, men or women? You can also text those questions directly to the show at 314-241-9797. Ryan will monitor the text line and include some of those in our segment here we're going to do here in just a few minutes. The president is just now wrapping up the press conference where he was talking about lowering prices. And he's also, one of the main headlines that's coming out of that, he, as he is apt to do, will move into different topics than the one that is slated for said press conference. But he has said that 50% of the trade deficit has been cut. And 14 of the top drug companies have now lowered their prices and are supposed to be setting in a really noticeable rapid pace within 2026. There are a lot of promises being made right now about what 2026 is going to look like economically for Americans. And I think that it's exciting to see that is in front of us, like a little bit of hope for the future. Now, if the president can make that happen, if he can deliver on that, I think that Republicans are going to be poised for a very good midterm. And I don't know that there's really anybody saying that right now. I just think you can't judge the midterms on this moment in time. There is so much. I mean, think about everything that happened just in 2025. Political stories, set those aside. Think about the news stories. You mentioned Charlie Kirk's death earlier in the show when we were talking about these major stories. America, or AmFest, which is the Turning Point, big event that happens at this time every year. This is kind of the culmination of what Charlie Kirk works for throughout the course of the entire year, is this event where people of all different areas within the conservative movement, they show up there and they have the opportunity to speak. Tucker Carlson was there. Ben Shapiro was there. When Ben Shapiro was there talking, he went scorched earth on the Candace Owens situation. Tucker Carlson went up there and tried to paint a picture of I haven't heard his whole speech, so I don't want to be critical of his whole speech because I want to hear everything in context, but he offered a very different view of what's going on outside of what Ben Shapiro offered. However, they're both at the same conference. They're both speaking to the same group of people. Now, the people within that conference, and then, of course, within the political party on the right, the conservative movement, are going to have to determine which direction they individually want to go. I don't think that the conservative movement right now is as strong as it's ever been, but I am not going to be somebody who at the end of 2025 is going to panic because the midterms are lost. Stop it. Like, people, just stop it. Enjoy your holiday. Relax a little bit.
Yeah, I'm shocked to see polling coming out from very, very good, reputable, accurate pollsters that showed the Republicans in the midterms, not in these special elections. That's what's important. In the midterms, which again is really far away and a lot could change, so even good numbers can change, are neck and neck with Democrats. I mean, I'm shocked to see those, and it's not just one pollster. It's many, and they're good pollsters.
You're surprised to see that Democrats are doing as well as they're doing?
No, I'm surprised to see Republicans doing as well as they're doing.
So you're saying Republicans being neck and neck, you're saying you're surprised in a positive way for Republicans?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking you were saying it the other way. I just a little context there that I needed to clarify because I would agree with you on that. I think people are there's a lot of opportunity out there for people who are in our shoes to sensationalize this every day, to keep you hooked so that you come back the next day and you're like, oh gosh, what are the midterms looking like now? I cannot do that for 11 months straight. Make you worry and panic. Because I'm really not worried and panicked. Not right now. Maybe we'll get closer, but what it'll be, it'll be.
Yeah. Que sera, sera.
Yeah. Carpe diem.
Darn right. Mean the same thing.
I'm trying to think if I know any other phrases in different languages. El fin.
Yo soy Fanta.
Did you mean to say I want a Fanta? Because you just said I am.
Ah.
Yo quiero.
It's even a Taco Bell commercial, right?
I am Fanta.
No, I was talking about the superhero.
Yeah, explain
Fanta.
it. Explain
I
it.
am Fanta.
Yes.
It's like saying I am Superman.
I am Orange Man. Nope. That ain't it.
I guess you guys have never heard of the Spanish superhero Fanta.
No, we haven't. Neither have they. Neither has he.
I am Orange Fanta.
How's it going according to CNN and Mr. Enton over
How
there?
are voters feeling about Democrats right now?
Yeah, I mean, Democrats in the minds of the American public are lower than the Dead Sea. What are we talking about here? Well, let's take a look. The net approval rating for Democrats in Congress, you said it, Kate Baldwin, the lowest ever. Look at this. Overall, they are 55 points underwater. Their approval rating is south of 20%. It's even worse when you look at independents. Look at this. Negative 61 points. That means that their approval rating is 61 points lower than their disapproval rating. Quinnipiac has been polling this question for the better part of the 21st century. They have never found Democrats, at least those in Congress, in worse shape than they are right now.
So, I mean, okay. So you're going to get like super pumped for that and be like, oh, it's going to be awesome. We're going to win 50 seats. No. But if you're looking at your party right now and you're on the right side of the aisle and you're thinking, gosh, there's a lot of room for it. We got to get our acts together. Yes, that's true. And that's the case before every election year and before every election. But it's not as though the Democrats are forging ahead. We have the bully pulpit of the president. He is not holding back in any way, shape, or form on the policies that he said he was going to push in the campaign. In 1 year in office, almost, he's accomplished a ton. He's got in motion a ton of what he said he was going to do. Now, we wait and see if he was right. And if we were right to listen to him and say, I definitely would like to try that. Kamala Harris is still making laps, blaming other people in the Biden administration for not doing their part to get her elected. And I can't remember who said this. I'm going to think about this, and it might have been Joe Concha. I don't know. Somebody was talking about her book. It was like 100 days or 100 and whatever. How many days was it? 101 days? I don't know. She got the nomination because it was granted to her. She didn't earn it. She worked it, or they worked it so that they wouldn't have to go through a primary process, which they thought probably would have been too much of a headache leading into that small amount of time. But people, when she talks about, when Kamala is out there talking about how short 107 days actually is, and how that, that being the title of her book is her excuse for her loss. If she would have had the full runway for this campaign to take off, she thinks she would have won. And she's allowing the discussions to be out there about her being the preemptive nominee for the Democrat Party come 2028. she had a lot more than 107 days. She's run for the nomination and never received a vote because she was so unpopular. She dropped out before Iowa. She was named as the vice president and a part of the administration where everybody could see what she was capable of or incapable of. She had 4 years, including those 107 days. And America was like, hard pass. No thanks. J.D. Vance, 1 year into this administration, the people on the Republican side of the aisle love him, and they've grown to know him more, and they've grown to like him more because of his presence on or in the administration as the vice president. He handles that position very well. He does a lot of media. He does a lot of interviews. He's present in a lot of things. You know how and what he thinks on particular issues. If you wanted to ask if J.D. Vance was auditioning for the presidency, I think it's a pretty clear, obviously, yes. Does he want it? I can't imagine he doesn't. How do you turn that down? But he is completely, right now at this point, in a position to assume that nomination from the Republican Party to be the president come 2028. Kamala Harris was in the same boat. Joe Biden was in the same boat. And if you remember, he was told stand down after 8 years in office with Barack Obama because he didn't look like he could win. And because Hillary Clinton, when she tells you to do something, you pretty much do it. So he stood down. I mean, he had that 8-year audition, and the Democrat Party did what they do, and they said, this isn't your time, Joe. Your time's passed. Little did we know. Everything that is going to transpire leading into the 2026 midterms that's really going to have the greatest impact, if it's already been done, is policy that's been passed, but the manifestation of what that looks like in your actual real life existence, that's going to happen and coming in 2026, and that will be the scoreboard for people to measure, are you better off now than you were 2 years ago? And my money's still on Trump. He's got to put up or shut up, but my money's still on Trump.
We're all talking about the economy being the main issue for 2026, and I don't think that that's wrong. But concerning the midterms, there really could be anything that could happen that turns out your side, because that's what's key. And that's what's happened in these, not all special elections, but off-year elections of this year, is that Republicans just didn't turn up. Democrats did, so they were more motivated. So what's going to be more motivating in 2026 is going to be the key. That could be the economy, but it could be anything.
Yeah, and the economy will be the main driver.
Sure.
It's like the meat of the meal, but there are other things that can be added to really persuade people to be interested or to be not interested, or something goes, is delivered to us and it's terrible. It's not at all what you thought it was going to be. And then there are always the surprises that can hit along the way. So I'm curious what you all think is going to be one of the big stories, the big drivers of 2026, while we also are looking into what is going to be, what are we going to take away from 2025 that is really going to stick with us. There's a lot that's going to come out of 2025 we're going to forget even happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember going into the election year when they started to impeach him, and we're like, this is going to be the thing. And nobody cared by the time the election rolled around.
Which one?
The first impeachment, the perfect phone call impeachment. That was the end of 2019 going into 2020, and it was like, this is the defining issue, and nobody cared.
Well, COVID happened, so that kind of took over everything. So who knows? That could be around the corner too. Yikes. Who's harder to buy for, men or women? Send us your Ask Us Anything questions on YouTube. People are sending them in right now. Ask us things you'd like us to answer here in the 2 o'clock hour, as well as on the text line, 314-241-9797.
Here's a gift card for your new winter coat, 'cause the backyard is covered with snow and the sleigh rides, they don't cost a cent. Yeah, it's Christmas time again. Light of Christmas shining through our eyes, our smiles, you know it could shine on through all the good that we do for the people that don't have it so good. Light of Christmas shining through our eyes, our smiles, you know it could shine on through all the good that we do for the people that don't have it so good. Light me up.
So I want to talk to you about the Diamond Shop and any Christmas gifting that you still have to shop for. You're not going to go wrong at the Diamond Shop. When you visit Right now, they're open. They're open tonight until 7:30 p.m. Open tomorrow, 10 to 5. Sunday, 11 to 3. So you can get in there on Sunday afternoon if you so choose. And then they are open on the 22nd, the 23rd, and the 24th. So all the way up until 3 p.m. on Christmas Eve. Get yourself over to the Diamond Shop and get that little red bag for somebody special. For men as well, don't forget they have watches. They have a whole bunch of different rings if you're looking for that type of a purchase. But they will be able to service and meet your expectations, both in the product that you're looking for, but also go in and tell them what your budget is. They're going to work incredibly hard to make sure that you are a satisfied customer when you walk out the store with a little red bag. Yes, even this close to Christmas, there's still something at the Diamond Shop waiting for you to come get acquainted with. And the people there, the best in the business. Become a VIP online. Find them at thediamondshop.net.
Hey, it's Mark Cox. Can you believe it's already the holiday season? While most people are thinking about lights and gift lists, a lot of homeowners are also wondering if now's the right time to sell or if they should wait until the new year. So I'm here with Gloria Liu from Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Gloria, what should sellers be thinking about right now?
Great question. Even during the holidays, serious buyers are still out there, and with fewer homes on the market, sellers actually face less competition. When we get into the new year, listings start to spike and competition rises. But that's never a problem for my clients because I guarantee to sell your home at your price and time frame, or I will buy it myself. Whether you want to move now or after the holidays, we'll make it smooth and stress-free.
That's why Gloria Liu is the trusted choice for St. Louis home sellers. Call 314-325-6888 or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. From all of us, happy holidays, and here's to your next move being your best one.
Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
We all have different ideas of the perfect retirement, but they all depend on the same thing, not running out of money. And preparing for retirement can sometimes be overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. Find out how to build your retirement on your terms.
What are your wishes, hopes, and dreams? What's retirement look like for you? Because everybody, that picture is different.
Join host Steve All for the All Financial Hour, Saturday mornings at 6 or Saturday afternoon at 4, here on 97.1 FM Talk.
It's time for you to get to know my friends at Lit Cigar Lounge in Chesterfield, where luxury meets comfort. Mark Cox here. They have a great selection of rare bourbons, whiskeys, craft cocktails, anything you like to drink, cold beer, premium hand-rolled cigars from the finest makers in the world, even private lockers that are available if you choose to. Perfect for date nights or business meetings, and live music every Friday night. Family owned and operated. Check them out in Chesterfield at the District. It's litstl.com.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Rooted in faith, grounded in family. This is the Annie Fry Show.
Next question. It's a legitimate question.
Next question.
Next question, please.
Next question on the Annie Fry Show.
All right, I'm going to ask the first question. It's a two-parter. The first one is, do you voice to text? Like, how much of the time that you send messages are you voice to texting?
25%.
Brad?
I'm mostly writing them, to be clear.
Yeah, I would say about...
What do you mean? What?
I'm mostly typing them with my thumbs.
So
75%.
Yeah, 25% of the time you're voice to text.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe 40%.
What's the delineation in why you choose to voice to text or not?
The only time I'm voice to texting is if I'm in the car and needing to respond to something quickly, because otherwise I'm here at work and we're on the air, so I can't be voice to texting much. And then if I'm in my office, a lot of times I'm doing audio things. I just can't do it much. I don't mind doing it, but the problem is too that my son's name is Sinjin.
Yeah.
Voice to text thinks that means Sean. Every single time.
Do you ever just stop correcting it? Like,
Yeah.
if you're talking to your wife, like, she just knows Sean means St. John?
And my parents, they know Sean is St. John.
Jared's name, the way he spells his name, is not the way it's spelled on voice text. I don't correct it.
There's got to be a way to tell your phone.
I've gone through, as I'm doing right now, ChatGPT and tried to figure out how, because you should be able to spell phonetically and just say this is what it needs to type, but it doesn't work. So the real question, and I would say I'm a 90% of the time I'm voice to text. My question is, when you voice to text, do you inflect? Or do you talk like a robot?
I talk like a robot, and I talk slower.
I talk like a robot.
I talk like a robot because it has to understand better. And the more you're using inflection, the more you're speaking naturally. And you almost have to speak unnaturally so it understands what you're saying better.
Brad?
I inflect, and my voice to text will actually add punctuation.
Really?
Yes.
You don't tell it to add punctuation? Nope. I inflect, and then I think about the inflection, and then I wonder if I shouldn't do that. It's like that's such a long, thought-out process of, like, why do I need to inflect? But it's more work to non-inflect than it is to just ask the question.
I think it's more work to inflect because then it doesn't pick it up correctly, and you got to go back and change it. That's why I do it slow.
Get an Android. I don't have those problems.
Okay.
Or a new iPhone.
Yeah, I've got an old iPhone.
I don't. I have told this story before. I will, on an incredibly rare occasion, leave a voicemail to somebody, and I can't do it because since my brain knows I'm not talking to someone directly, I have left voicemails where I say, "Are you able to pick up Charlie today?" ? And I'm like, I just left that on the voicemail. And then you can go back and replace it, in theory. I hope it works.
You should do them like you do promos. Be like, Annie Fried here.
These pictures are so good. Anyway, I'm going to have a reveal on the YouTube Live of the festive photos of all four of us. They're
I can't wait.
Quite something.
It's going to be great.
Let's just say there's a glitter onesie involved for all of us.
We're all in individual glitter onesies.
It's not a team sport.
It's a three-headed knight.
Oh. Next question, Ryan.
Do you ever eat meals over the sink?
No.
No.
What? Why?
I know what you're talking about. No.
What? Brad, before he explains, you explain.
It's just something that, it's like a bachelor thing where guys like, I don't want to get a plate out and I'm just going to eat the sandwich, but I also don't want crumbs all over the place. So they just stand and lean over the sink and eat their sandwich.
That's correct. So I guess that's a no from Annie.
That's a no from Brad, too.
I do it a lot.
A meal? A whole meal?
Well, yeah, when it's on the go. You know, when you're having a meal that's like a sandwich. That's a good example. Or something that's a quick meal. And I'm like, I'm making food for the kids. I'm just eating stuff in between. I'm just trying not to make a mess.
No, don't do that. Brad, next question. I don't do that. You can do whatever you want.
I'm going to continue to.
I'm sure
do it more.
Is there a Christmas movie that people would be surprised that you haven't seen? And if so, what is it?
I've never seen White Christmas. We had this debate too. Is Meet Me in St. Louis
this wasn't
related to Christmas at all? Or is that
I think
just
it's affiliate. It airs at Christmas time.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought there was something Christmas related to that movie, but I don't know that I've ever actually seen Meet Me in St. Louis all the way through either.
Yeah. For me, it's Miracle on 34th Street. I've never seen the old one or the new one. I don't really even know what the plot of that movie is. I just know that there's a movie and Santa Claus and a little girl.
It's good. I watched it for the first time last week or 2 weeks ago. I don't know if there's one that I haven't seen anymore. I've been trying to... Oh, well, I guess I've never really fully seen A Christmas Story. We tried to watch it last year. We got halfway through, and I'm like, this movie sucks.
I would love to watch that movie with new eyes, as if I had never seen it, because now it is nostalgic for me. But I wonder, watching it fresh, if you'd think it was good.
Well, I just said I tried.
I
couldn't even finish it. It was a struggle. I have another question. If you're watching a movie, let's just go with a movie, or we'll talk about like a series, like a Game of Thrones, that is essentially just a years-long movie. If it celebrates Christmas, but it exists in an entirely different alternate reality universe. So Game of Thrones is something that I was thinking of, but specifically Harry Potter. Harry Potter movies, maybe all of them, maybe not all of them, but I think a majority of them acknowledge Christmas. They acknowledge holidays that we celebrate within the film. It's not central to the story, but it is a part of the story, which, if you want to go the Die Hard route, means that Harry Potter's a Christmas series. I don't. If Harry Potter has Christmas in it, is that an acknowledgement of the birth of Christ?
It has to be.
I feel like it has to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because Christmas as a secular holiday, which it certainly is for many people right now, still is a genesis of the birth of Christ. So if it's not a religious holiday for you right now, it was once.
I love this kind of stuff in movies, especially in TV
So
shows.
when I'm watching Harry Potter, which I know, like, I didn't watch it at first because it was like wizardry and all that stuff, and it just wasn't, it didn't hit at a time. I was like a senior in high school or maybe just in college. So it really wasn't for me, although I went back and watched them, as I talked about on the air, maybe last year fall time. And I love the films. I was like, guys, you should see these movies. It's Harry Potter. They're wonderful films. And when I saw Christmas in there, and I'm like, I just was sitting there the whole time thinking, like, does Jesus exist in Harry Potter's world?
I love these conversations because I think the same way. When I watch, here's another series that I don't know if you guys have ever seen, but the show Supernatural. It's like the longest running scripted show in TV history, I think. And it is all about supernatural stuff. It's all about God and demons and Satan, I think, at even some point. They mention Jesus almost not at all in the entire series.
Which series are you talking about?
Supernatural.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
But they do acknowledge him once or twice early in the series, and then they celebrate Christmas a couple times. So you know Jesus has to exist in the world, but they don't bring Jesus into the series, and I always found that fascinating.
Okay. Next question.
What is the worst concert you've ever been to?
I don't go to concerts. I can't answer that question because I don't go enough. There's never been a concert that I can think of off the top of my head that I wish I hadn't gone to.
I went to see one of my favorite bands, Supergrass, a long time ago at Riverport, or whatever it was called then. And watched them. There were very few people there to watch them. They were the opening band. The main band was Pearl Jam, and I hated Pearl Jam. Pearl Jam was not fun to watch, although I acknowledge they're a good band now. I just hated that concert.
The worst one I've ever been to was a Point Fest, and it was it was an all-day concert. It's kind of like the first concert I'd ever been to. Went with my friends. His parents took us, and we're sitting there. The Urge played. The Urge was not the closure. The Urge was the second to last band. The Urge, being a St. Louis band, just absolutely tore the roof off the place. And then Candlebox came out, and everybody was done for the day. It was one of those things where you're out, it's in the summer, and it was 99, 100 degrees. You're tired. You're sitting there. Candlebox got so mad that they started yelling at the crowd. Somebody threw beer on me. I just had an awful time. So that was the worst concert I ever been to.
Next question, Brad.
What is the worst Christmas gift you have ever given? So you gave the gift, you thought, oh, this will be good, and then you realize, oh, maybe this isn't such a great gift.
I know the answer to that. It is Mega Chomp.
What's that?
When I gave Mega Chomp to my son, it was the worst gift he had ever gotten.
No. Is this the one that you had to put together?
No. This was a toy that I bought because he was probably 4 or 5 years old, and he saw a commercial for Mega Chomp, and it was a shark that drove around and just its jaws went up and down and ate everything. And he was like, I can't believe this exists. I want Mega Chomp so bad. So I got a Mega Chomp, and then you open it, and it does drive around, and its jaws go up and down. But then you can picture it doesn't do anything. It's just a car. It looks like a shark.
That's most toys.
And he was so disappointed.
The marketing.
It almost ruined the day because he was so looking forward to it.
The marketing around those toys, like the way it looks on the TV.
Yeah.
These things do the things without being manipulated by the child, and then the kid's like, I have to do, this is dumb.
And that's the way Crossfire was for me when I was a kid. I wanted Crossfire because that commercial was incredible, and the song.
Oh, yeah.
Mousetrap was the same way. Mousetrap commercials looked amazing.
They did, but that game was still fun.
It was kind of fun.
It wasn't a total
It was nothing
disappointment.
like the commercial was.
I'm trying to think of a gift that I gave that I thought, there are definitely gifts that I've given where it's like I couldn't come up with anything, so I get a gift, which is, going back to yesterday's poll, when you give a gift card.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm going to say gift cards.
For me, it was I made a certificate for somebody, and I gave them the certificate, and I thought, oh, this will be a good certificate. It'll be a good service that I could do for this person. And then as time went on, I thought about it more and more and more, and I'm like, man, that was a terrible gift idea. They'll never use it. It just kind of like, it makes it seem like you don't care, and that wasn't really the intention, but still, it was just kind of like, it landed like a lead balloon, so.
Do you, when you give gift cards, like I've said to you guys before, I know if I'm giving you guys gifts, that the gift you would probably really, truly appreciate for me the most, not appreciate, but like would be super great, is money. Like, here is money. And you guys, if I just gave you money, you would be, I would assume, a 10 out of 10 excited about money. If I gave, like, my niece money, if they unwrapped, or if you, like, hand them an envelope, it's just not as thrilling for an 8-year-old kid to open up. They don't understand the value of money. Like, this can go buy you whatever, but that's later. That's not right now. Which is where the gift card thing gets complicated for me, because a lot of times I'll give, like, Amazon gift cards or Visa gift cards or something like that. Mostly to you guys.
Money would be a complicated gift, though, because if let's say your limit was $50, and you got me something that was $50 that I didn't even realize I wanted, or it was a gift card to somewhere I didn't know I wanted to go, I'd be pretty excited about it. But if you just gave me $50, I wouldn't be not excited, but it would be just kind of strange. You go, okay, I could use $50 for sure, but the gift, if it hits right, is more exciting. So, cash is king.
For the receiver,
it's not a bad
or
gift.
for the person who's giving it.
For the receiver, for getting cash as an adult. Now, if somebody gave you a lot of money, then it'd be, for sure, you'd be very excited.
I think cash should just as exciting getting it. I like as a gift. I don't know that like a gift from somebody that is not cash or not a gift card. I don't know that it is that much more important. I think it's just nice to, it's always, for me, it's always the thought that counts.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll do questions from the audience when we come back. 314-241-9797. Throw us your questions on the text line. They'll go to Ryan, and he'll sift through them. 314-241-9797. Also on the Annie Fry YouTube live chat. Joe says, how much would Annie have to give Ryan to make him dance? Probably just a nice compliment.
Oh, yeah.
It's easy.
Oh, some good questions coming in on the text.
All right, keep them coming. 314-241-9797. We'll be right back.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/Mike.
Former CIA officer Jason Hansen here. In my line of work, I've seen firsthand how fast the world can change. With rising geopolitical tensions and inflation eating your buying power, it's time to take action. For me, that means gold. And for gold, I exclusively trust Advantage Gold. I urge you to do the same. Call them now at 800-900-8000 for a free gold guide to discover the security that comes with owning precious metals. Again, call 800-900-8000 today.
Paid for by Advantage Gold. Performance may vary. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Always consult your financial and tax professional.
What's up, world? It's Von Miller, Super Bowl MVP, chicken farmer, and now host of Free Range. This is a show where I go off the field and off the script. We're talking what's hot in music, film, trending news, and everything blowing up your feed. If you love football, you'll feel at home. But if you're here for the vibes, the internet deep dives, the conversation, this is your podcast. Join me every Wednesday. Follow and listen to Free Range with me, Von Miller, everywhere you get your podcast.
Are you nearing retirement and wondering if you're truly prepared? Sue Thomas here. And when it comes to retirement planning, keep in mind Financial and Tax Architects, FTA, has helped families all across St. Louis plan to retire with clarity and confidence. FTA specializes in creating tax-efficient retirement strategies, showing you how and when to claim Social Security, and building an income plan designed to last as long as you do. Now, they have a Retirement Planning 101 class. It is eye-opening. It's 2.5 hours. It's offered on campuses of colleges throughout the area. No cost or obligation, but you're going to learn how to avoid costly mistakes, reduce unnecessary taxes, and make your money work smarter in retirement. Call 314-888-5101 or visit fta-ria.com to reserve your seat today. Space fills quickly, so don't wait. Take that first step toward a more confident retirement.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code NEXT for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code NEXT for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code NEXT.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
It is the Friday before Christmas, and everybody is excited. And all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. It is 2:40. YouTube live chat poll is, who is harder to buy for, men or women? Couple comments here. One is from Lori. She says, men, as they never really know what they want. And then Mark says, women, you know what they want. You buy it and wrap it. Then she changes her mind on what she wanted. That sounds very specific to the people in your life. It is 2:40. Let us know what you think about this. We'll give you the results here in just a few minutes. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
Born in the Midwest, built on common sense. FM Talk. 97.1 FM Talk. St. Louis Conservative.
Light of lights, eternal hope has come.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. We're going to do a really quick segment here because we got a gift, and I love getting gifts from listeners. It's always so kind. Katie Matthews, who is on the chat frequently, and I know her personally as well, gave us all nice little Christmas cards, personally written to each one of us. I read mine and did not read yours, but she also gave us some Dubai chocolate.
Oh, Dubai chocolate. Is it green?
Which we don't know. Whoa. We don't know what this is.
We need to know where she got it, though.
Dubai. What are you talking about?
Was it from Ollie's?
It says made in Germany.
That was a viral chocolate.
It's Lindt chocolate, so I think it's going to be good. Are you guys up for trying this?
Heck yeah, especially since it's Lindt.
Dubai style chocolate, pistachio, and some word I can't pronounce. Kadayif. Kind of like a
KDF.
Indian word. Look at this big. This is like, I got a golden ticket. This is beautiful. It's heavy too. Have you seen Dubai chocolate being advertised in places?
Yep. It's immediately, the
Super
minute I
trendy.
saw it was everywhere.
Yes. And it's apparently a TikTok thing.
Okay.
So I think that a lot of its popularity came from being exposed to the people on TikTok. But we are going to try it here for the first time. If people have any recommendations on the best place to get this, you'll have to let us know. So I'm going to pass this out. I have these photos of all of us. So the prompt here, I got to just pull it up here. The prompt for these photos. This is a very trendy thing. Probably started on TikTok as well. Ethan, can you come over here and pass this out for me while I'm talking? Let me read it to you. So I took a picture of all of us, and it says, create an ultra-realistic 8K Christmas portrait of me using a 55 millimeter lens with bright, playful holiday lighting. The person is in a whimsical candy cane-themed photo shoot surrounded by pink giant peppermint decorations, snowy ground, festive trees, and oversized ornaments. Use her real facial features exactly as they are. Here, take that one and just make that yours because I can't tear it. There it goes. Use their real facial features exactly as they are. Do not change or alter the face in any way. And then it goes on to explain the facial features. Snowy ground with fluffy artificial snow, Christmas trees dusted with frost, decorated with pink ornaments and string lights, oversized candy canes framing whimsical beside her. A large shiny red Christmas ornament near the feet. Lighting should be bright, clean, and festive, capturing the glimmer of the sequins on the outfit and the pink candy cane themed props. The colors are vibrant reds, white, and silvers, giving a magical North Pole holiday studio vibe.
Magical.
That is very specific.
And you, 3, and me have been featured in this. So I am going to load these up onto the Annie Fry YouTube live stream. We will share them here on the live stream and get your reactions to Dubai chocolate, your festive, probably Christmas card worthy pose photo shoot, and a few more listener questions from the text line when we come back. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Lots to wrap up here on a Friday afternoon on the Annie Fry Show. Don't go away.
Wishing you a very Merry Christmas.
Hey guys, Ethan Hannaford, producer for the Annie Fry Show and the Mark Reardon Show here. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas season and happy holidays to you all. Thank you so much for listening on 97.1 FM Talk.
Mark Cox here for the Range St. Louis West. Right now, they're giving away a free basic handgun skills class. All you have to do is register for your chance to win. TheRangeSTL.com/971. I've taken this class. It's ideal for beginners. They have expert instruction. It's available in a women's only class if that's what you're interested in. The normal cost is $135. You can win the class right now at TheRangeSTL.com/971.
If you've listened to 97.1 FM Talk, you have heard of Doug Voss of Voss Financial and Safe Money Radio, as he has been a staple as the financial expert on the station for many years. You can hear him on Safe Money Radio every Saturday at 2, right here on 97.1 FM Talk, and you can talk to Doug Voss directly. Here's his number. Call Doug at 844-676-SAFE. That is 844-676-7233. Doug Voss is a registered representative. Securities offered through DHL Securities, LLLP, member FINRA and SIPC.
Gain peace of mind that your flooring and carpet installation will be done right the first time when you hire the experts at Michael's Flooring Outlet. They give all their clients attentive personal service, even bring toys for the kids of the household. It's a family-owned and operated business for 25 plus years. They make sure you make the right choice for your home. So if you have carpets or hard floors, you're going to be happy for years to come. 3 convenient locations in St. Charles County, 116 Main Street, in Old Town St. Peters at Mid Rivers and Highway 70, in West County on Olive, and the store in Darden Prairie. Michael's Flooring Outlet, IGotFloor.com.
We, without hesitation, recommend that anybody work with ThrottleNet. The experience will be as good as it's been for us, for anybody, because you'll get a true partnership and you'll be able to rest easy that you're going to get the service that you need, while they're also doing all those things that you don't want to have to think about, that you don't want to have to worry about. They're always doing that in the background for you.
Don't wait for your next IT crisis. If your business depends on technology, you need a partner that's got your back. Contact ThrottleNet.com to get a free IT evaluation and see how we can support your IT everything.
You're listening to The Annie Fry Show on 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. Just trying a little bit of that Dubai chocolate that was very kindly gifted to us from Katie, our listener Katie. Appreciate the opportunity to try this. I had never had this before. Seen it in a million places. I have to say, it's delicious. I would totally go for this again. It's Lindt chocolate, so it's a high-quality chocolate as well. That matters. Ryan, let's get your rating here.
Okay, between 1 and 5, I would give this particular chocolate a 3.5 to 4, simply because it has little Rice Krispies in it. And I think
it's pistachios.
That's pistachio.
Oh, is that what that is? Well, whatever is causing the crispy, I would like it better smooth. So it would get a higher rating, even though it tastes great. It would get a higher rating for me if it didn't have the little Krispies.
Oh, I like the crispy part. 3.5?
Yeah.
Ethan?
Where do I buy some more?
More of this?
I'd
I
give
don't
it like
know.
I'd give it like Ollie's. I'd give it like a 4.4 out of 5.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was like a fancy Crunch bar.
Yeah,
That's what it kind of tastes like to me. It was
And the
good. I liked
chocolate
it.
is very good chocolate.
It
so
is
that
good
makes
chocolate.
that makes a big difference too. Brad, what do you
It's
think?
incredibly good chocolate.
Had you
I
ever
like-
had you ever had it before?
Dubai chocolate? No, that's the first time I've seen it. I've seen it all over the place,
Mm-hmm.
but I never had it. But I've had Lindt chocolate before, but it was just great. So I give it a 5 of 5.
5 out of 5.
Wow.
That's
praise.
It's the best
Barstool
chocolate you've
say
ever had.
That's
then.
a rookie score, but I might agree.
True.
I'm okay with it. It is pretty fantastic. All right, before we get to a few more Ask Us Anything questions from the chat and from you said you got some good ones on text. There is a trend going on right now. We're supposed to copy a prompt. The prompt is given to you, and you're supposed to add your picture to it, and then say, do this in ChatGPT. So I did this for the show, and I'm going to show them to you right now, but I'm also going to tell you that the team nobody in here has seen these pictures but me. I just had this crazy idea to do this, and so I'm going to share them now. So, Ryan, you can narrate these. Let's see. I got to take this out, put this one in. Here is me. Now, I'm first here.
That looks like that doesn't look like you. I'm sorry. It looks like Erica Kirk, to be honest with you.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. Wonderful. Any other thoughts on this before we get to yours? Because
You are holding a giant lollipop looking back over your shoulder. You, quote unquote, you. I mean, some of these prompts, they actually do look like the person, but that does not even look like your face. So it is a nice picture of a person that doesn't exist.
okay, great radio. Next one, that's Jensen throwing discus.
Now that's Brad for sure.
It's literally Brad.
That looks exactly like Brad. He's wearing a sequined silver suit with a black shirt under it, also holding a giant lollipop and smiling.
Kind of wish there wasn't a black shirt on under it.
It would be funnier if his
Yes,
shirt
you
was
do.
just open.
Yes, you do.
But that does look exactly like Brad. Now okay.
What's wrong with your neck, dude?
That does look like my face, but the body proportions aren't real.
Ryan, that looks like you're disappointed in the lollipop that you got.
I am looking
Yeah, it's
right
too
at
small.
that lollipop in my hand.
Like,
It's got a
seriously?
giraffe neck, dude.
I'm not sure. That is the exact same body pose as Brad had, but my head's facing the other direction.
Looks like you're popping out your neck like Jim Carrey would when he's making a joke.
Yeah, my body is too big for my head, for sure. Well, you did these in the right order because Ethan's is amazing. Ethan looks absolutely fantastic.
Also,
And
I want to just point out here that when I put these in, everybody was fully clothed when I added
why
the
does
photo
mine not have an
to
undershirt?
ChatGPT, but Ethan just scooped me on that.
now that's what's funny.
ChatGPT was like, this guy needs to be shirtless. I think it just made a decision about you and said, Ethan, I think the people could handle it.
Yes,
See
it
the
did.
ginger chesties.
So all three of us guys have the same body, but with
No, that's not
different
true.
heads.
No, those are...
Really? They all
No,
look
it's-
to be
it's
pretty
true.
much the same pose, holding a lollipop, wearing the silver sequins. See?
It's the exact same.
I don't know. I know more about Ethan's body from these photos.
But for whatever reason, me and Brad had put an undershirt on under us, And then with Ethan, it took the undershirt away. That's the main difference.
Yeah, I think
you
it's
can
great.
see more of his chest.
There you go.
You're
That's
right.
the trend out there right now. All right. Ethan, Ryan, why don't you hit us with some of the questions from the text line?
Yep. Okay, so this is the main question from the text that I thought was great. A lot of great comments, so thank you for all of those. But the question was from Sparky. He says, would you consider going on the Gutfeld show if invited? Open to the whole AFS crew.
Yeah, I would.
For sure.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun.
I don't know if they'd invite our whole show.
Well, I think he's asking the whole crew. I don't know if that means all of us would go together, but just would you go individually?
Just send Ethan.
Yeah, I think if they asked us, we'd be like, I don't know.
I'm by far the least qualified to go
No, you just have to wear that
Gutfeld.
outfit.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
It goes viral, and they're like, we need to get that guy on the show before Christmas. Move.
But you have to wear that on the show.
Yeah, just a couple more questions from our YouTube. One is, if you had an exotic pet, what would it be?
Sloth.
Ryan?
It would be me, or are you asking me?
No, it would be you.
Would I be in a cage?
No, I'd teach you how to do tricks.
I know some tricks already.
I know. We use them. No, I would have no exotic pets. No,
I
thank
would
you.
love to have a cage somewhere in Annie's house and constantly be trying to get attention. Look at me, I'm doing a handstand, everybody.
Kind of what we do here.
Look at me, I'm doing jazz hands.
Do you have a pet, exotic pet desire?
If I had to get one, it would be a ferret or a lizard.
You're just naming animals.
Is a ferret exotic?
Maybe a raccoon.
I think a ferret would be more exotic. That's a step out of the norm.
Yeah.
I have Googled before, what is the process to get a sloth?
Really?
Yeah, it's not a short process.
I'm about 5 years into realizing they weren't extinct, so I'm still pretty happy for them.
Mm-hmm. We're all happy for sloths right now. Ender says, what popular Christmas/holiday snack do you find disgusting? Is there anything?
Yes. Well, I don't know if it'd be popular, but like there's a song about it, chestnuts, roasted chestnuts.
That's popular.
They're not good.
Really?
Yeah, they're gross.
I don't know if I've ever had a chestnut. I would say
mushy.
cranberry
Rock.
sauce. I don't like cranberry sauce.
I like it as
gross.
like a garnish.
I don't know that I've ever had it as a garnish.
Why is that funny?
I agree. I've never even heard of that, so I was just kind of like,
It's usually
wait,
like
really?
for Thanksgiving cranberry sauce. There's like a cranberry. It's kind of like a jam or something that is often served with meat and turkey and that type of stuff. It's also in sandwiches.
I
From
thought
time
a
to time.
garnish was like something you put on that you're not like meant to eat. Like it's meant to be for decor.
No, not. I mean,
It can be.
it could be. You could garnish with seasoning or
Okay.
something like basically like an added flavor that's not a main course.
Just thinking of like shaved cranberry sauce into a little figure.
Yeah, I tried to shave it.
Little Ryan Wiggins.
Next question.
Ethan's over here trying to shave cranberry sauce. What games do you play on the holidays? Are there any that you traditionally play with your family?
My family plays Mario Party on Nintendo Switch. I think we'll still do that, but that's been a family favorite. We'll play a lot of Uno. We'll play Clue. We'll play Sorry. We'll play Fortnite. We'll play Mario Wonder, which is on the Switch as well. What about you guys?
We used to play a card game called Pounce, and I don't. There's other names for it, but I don't know what they are. That was a family tradition.
Anybody else real quick?
My sister usually brings some sort of game her and her family have been playing forever and then just crushes all of us in it.
The memories.
Already.
Ethan, real quick.
Different every year, kind of mixes up depending on what's in. Yeah. YouTube live chat poll time.
Let's go.
188 votes on the poll today. Who is harder to buy for, men or women? 65% say women.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at the stats today on the gender breakdown of who was watching the show and see if 65% of our listeners were men. Thanks for listening. Mark Reardon next.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Health Trends, sponsored by NordVPN.
Proper posture is important because it reduces pain, improves breathing and digestion, and enhances balance and confidence. Longevity centers offer head-to-toe assessments in a standing posture, but a less detailed check can be done at home. Experts say face a mirror and notice if your chin is in or out. Are shoulders rounded? Then simply stand tall and notice the adjustments you make. I'm Margie Schaefer.
Got any gadgets? Get online protection.
NordVPN has a ho-ho holiday deal just for you. Secure up to 10 devices with a single account. NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro feature helps you avoid malware, phishing, and annoying trackers. Just a few taps and you're safer online. Let your gadgets sparkle with online security. Go to NordVPN.com and get up to 77% off plus 3 extra months. NordVPN.
If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at lancedrurylaw.com or call us toll-free at 888-367-6512.
Mark Cox here. If you're nearing retirement or already retired, call my friends Thomas Helbig and Bob Kershaw with the Retirement Advisory Group. They'll show you how to link to the market without the risk. They're the official financial advisors of my show. Go online to